2. Well, it's time for some podcasting. We hope you keep on listening. Cause it's time for talking Tremor shit. Talking Tremor shit. Ba, ba, wah. Hello and welcome everybody to the Talking Tremors podcast. I am your host, Levi Dylan Birdslaw. Actually, today I'm Rhonda LeBeck. Because guess what? We've got Rhonda LeBeck here, Finn Carter of Tremors 1 fame. How you doing, Finn?
I'm doing well.
Excuse
me.
No, you're fine. Now. Oh, you can leave it on. I was just like taking my hat off in salute to you, like just beautifully so. Give Finn and I a moment because we're both like we put on these costumes, so now we have to.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
It's gone. It's going. We're having fun, as everybody who's ever watched this show knows. Things are super informal and weird, and we have a good time.
Oh God.
And yeah, you look at here. I'll brush my hair.
Okay, is mine
so
off? Brush your hair. Is mine?
Oh yeah. Oh, you look fine. It's not even there anymore. It's all gone.
Okay, good.
How's my hair? Am I beautiful?
You are beautiful.
Oh my God, 1,000 brushes. 1,000 brushes. I'm good.
Is that what you're supposed to do? 1,000 brushes?
That's always what I've heard, but that's how the hell do you count that? But we got. But yeah, Finn's here.
I'm thirsty.
Yeah, we both got our olives. It's gonna be cool. And we got Juliana and Charlie and Hunter here. Everybody wishing you a big love, and Thomas. And there was one more up here, Tony Giraldes. And everybody's just
hi, Tony.
Hey, everybody's just wishing you all the love and luck.
Okay. Here. That's easier.
Yes. And I know Finn's worried, so I want her to know, and I'll tell this to everybody, that this is Finn's first interview in almost a decade, as far as I can really tell. Like maybe more. And I lost her. And there's not technical difficulties. We've been working on it. But if what happens, we'll just go through it and have a good time. Because Finn's amazing. I'm talking too much. Finn Carter here. Who are you? How are you? Why are you? What are you doing today?
Okay, you had the name right. I'm Finn. Doing great. I am a little nervous. So
I don't know who's more nervous, in all honesty. Like, like this is I'm not even blowing smoke up your ass, but it's just like getting you to me is a bigger get than getting Kevin Bacon.
Oh,
Kevin does interviews all the time. Everybody's heard Kevin's fucking opinion on shit, and it's like we haven't heard Finn's, and it's like, and it's you, Kevin, and Fred that are like, you're there. That's you guys. That's you guys. Right there, that's you guys.
I used to have the big, the thing they put in the theaters. My brother got it. He stole it from a theater in Washington D.C. He just walks out with the A-frame things.
Yeah,
the whole thing.
Oh, and here we have some more. We got History Being Made by Hunter and Jonathan Melville, who wrote the Seeking Perfection Guide, is here from Scotland. So John's here. Love you, John.
Hi, John.
And then of course my wife is here. She's cheating from work, so this is a dream for Levi. I can confirm.
I don't want your wife to get in trouble, but I want to thank her so much.
She's fine. It's Sunday at a pharmacy. It'll be okay. But yeah, everybody's super excited. Finn, I know you're excited. I'm nervous. We're both everything. This is just so you know, this is a normal way that I start the show. I have no idea most of the time, and then I just like figure it out, and we'll get there.
Okay.
I
have ADD, so I'll be able to follow that.
Yeah, and just so I want you to know, Finn, and I'm saying it more for the show in general. Finn was like, "Hey, so like I got like ADHD, so like I don't mean to interrupt you. So if I interrupt you, like stop me or whatever." And I had to be like, "Finn, it's your show." No, it's good. I was like, "Finn, it's your show. You interrupt me the whole fucking time."
Okay, yeah, well, right now. Okay. So.
Yeah, you're fine. So please interrupt me whenever you need to. I've got 60 episodes of me talking my ass off. Who cares?
All right.
So Finn, you're welcome. So Finn, first question: who are you and why are you?
Oh my God, I don't even know what that means. I'm okay. You want to know where I live? I was.
Well, no. Oh, I mean, you don't have to like that. I meant just like, but like, who's Finn Carter? Like, who are you as a person? Like, what's your...
That is like the hardest question I've ever been asked in my life. These are the things I can't answer when someone says, What's your favorite movie? What's your favorite? Well, obviously it's Tremors, but I mean, or what's your favorite book? What's your favorite? I never know. What's your favorite color? I have no idea.
I
Like,
have
I'm
those
not
written
wearing
down
pink, which
too.
doesn't go with this page.
Which ones? Oh no, like I do. I have that as a question, so I might have to skip that now. Like,
Which one?
favorite movie? It was favorite movies, music, food. So that's just like,
Oh my
no.
God! So seriously, I can't answer those questions.
Yeah. Okay. So you
Because
just.
I love food. I love all food.
Yeah.
There's with one exception. So I was in the Philippines once with my first husband, Stephen Weber, and they were serving these eggs. This is the only food I can't
No,
eat.
go.
The egg was a partially developed chicken, and it was a delicacy in the Philippines at the time. That's the only food I can think of that I really don't want to eat.
Okay. That's usually easier to do. Like, what do I not want to eat?
Yeah, I think that's
rather
easier
than
for me.
favorite food. Like,
isn't that
'cause I could
horrible?
go-
I go to the negative.
Yeah.
Which book do you not like? Okay, I hate it. No, I can't think of one though.
Oh, which one? Which one? I want to know now.
A book I hated.
Yeah.
I can't think. Wait.
I
I
I'm
know that
trying to
I've never not finished a book because I think that's against the rules. So if I start it,
book.
I
Yeah.
finish it. I'm trying to think. I don't know if I ever hated a book.
I mean, it would have to be just like poorly written. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like that's like
Oh no, I did read a transcript, or what do you call it? What's it called when you write a book before they publish it? Anyway, I read a friend of mine's. It was horrible.
we're not going to mention names.
No names, but that's the only one I can think of. I don't know if it must have been published. I can't remember. I'm being so boring.
No. This is like I said. There's no format to this show. So I tell people this all the time. It's called Talking Tremors. So a lot of people think that it's like, oh, you're just going to talk about Tremors. But I always have to point out that like that's 50% of it. The other 50% of the title is just talking. Like that's
so
what.
true. Right.
So it's the tremors of talking. Like we go off on tangents because like you say one thing and it makes the tremors happen of like you talking other ways. Like
exactly, but that's sort of like having ADHD.
Yeah.
You sort of, it's emergent.
Oh yeah.
So you're here, then you're there, whatever.
Boom, boom.
Right.
And if like everybody that's actually watched this show knows, like I will go off on a tangent, but I've gotten really good at being like
coming back.
Wait, I remember right where I was on that, and then like bringing it all the way back around.
Right. So I'm not as good at that as you probably, but I usually bring it back at some point. But I have to say something. Speaking of going places, so I have not been in the world of entertainment or whatever for a long time, right? But because of you, Levi, I got back in touch with a couple of people from the Tremors movie, and it made me so happy. Like, for example, some of my favorite people weren't people in front of the camera. They were
like Mike.
Like Mike,
I fucking love Mike.
I think I had an hour-long conversation with last week because of you.
Aw.
But thank you. It was so much fun because he was absolutely one of my favorite people, and I think I told you the story.
Yeah.
But so
tell us all.
Okay, so
tell us all. I don't care if you told me. I want to hear it again.
Okay, I probably shouldn't tell the story, but oh heck. Okay, so we were shooting out in the desert. Really, we were in the desert, and they built this town, right? And we had to end our shooting every day at the sunset because we were using a lot of natural lighting.
Yeah. Oh, she'll come back. Hold on.
I see.
It's cool.
I'll
vamp. I'll vamp when that happens. You're good.
Okay. So we would end early. I mean, for relatively early compared to other movies or things where you're not reliant on the
sun,
light.
like
right.
the sun.
So but the point is, but we get back to the motel that we were living in, and I was staying in the one where most of the crew stayed and everything. So we'd get back in there, it'd still be daylight for whatever reason, however the angle of the sun works. So everyone would take a shower because we were really, really dusty from being out in the desert all day, and then we'd all hop in the hot tub. It was this tiny little hot tub in there. I'd be like the only female in the tub. 13, Chris and just all the crew. but prior to getting into it, that's the part I left out. So we did it for the day, and Oh, who was it? Anyway, he had this like igloo or whatever you call the containers for keep things cold.
Oh yeah. Okay.
That was unintentional promotion, by the way. Just sound like product placement. Igloo. So anyway, filled with beer and other things, tequila. So it was wrapped beer every night. We would have wrapped beer. Get back to town, take a shower, get in the hot tub, and continue drinking. And this is exactly what went on every single day for almost 2.5 months.
Whew.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn. So, that's a hell of a way to shoot a movie.
My face like puff up and go. It was like, she drank a lot last night. Whatever.
No, just make up. I'm good. I'm not hungover. My eyes are great.
Exactly.
I'm fine.
Bright eyed. but it was like absolutely. I guess like of anything on camera, that was my 100% all-time favorite thing I ever did.
Yeah.
Was Tremors. Yeah. Not just because.
Oh, she'll come back. Not. Yeah, you're good. Go ahead. Not just because of the final product, which is this amazing movie, right? Just this little gem, but because of the crew and because of how much fun we had. It just was everyone was so positive from the top down, Aww.
Yeah, so it was my favorite all-time experience.
That's what I get from talking to everybody and then reading John's book, like his Seeking Perfection book.
Which I should probably read, I'm thinking.
John, if you're in there,
John,
get a copy. I'll get you. Actually, I'm hopefully John was sending me some copies to sell at Tremors Fest. So hopefully they get here in time, and I'll make sure you get a copy on my dime.
So I feel like I communicated with John.
I think so. You're in the book. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I remember you.
I don't remember the. Oh my god! I just saw myself. It doesn't look like me.
Come on! I swear, because your name's here in the acknowledgments.
Yeah, so I can't remember if you did the interview with him or not.
Why am I not reading it?
If he,
you're not.
If I didn't.
Oh no.
Again, it may be because I wasn't really responding to stuff.
Oh, well, John says, please pass one on to Finn. And I'm always telling John he needs to write another one because there's been 3 more Tremors movies and a Tremors pilot since then. And all this other stuff.
Since my movie, haven't there been 5 more?
There have been 6 more. There's been 7 movies. And actually, John said yes. So there were 7 movies, 2 TV shows, and then John says that you guys met each other in LA at an event, but you didn't quite manage the interview.
That's right. Oh, John, I'm so sorry.
It's okay. That was the famous Monsters of Filmland interview, I think, because I remember John having video of that. So
yeah.
So we'll get it.
Oh my god, that was a long time ago.
Yes, that was like 2015, like even. Oh yeah.
Hello. Are we back?
You're back.
Okay. So how long ago was that?
That was 2015 or 2014. And yes, John says I'd love to talk to Finn for a volume 2. So booyah.
All right. Well,
we'll make it happen.
You certainly made Jonathan. I'd love to talk to you. I'm sorry.
Yeah. He's great. He's been on the show twice already. I fucking love that guy so much. And then we actually another one. Hunter here says, I got some prints of photos I took that I'm planning on bringing to the Tremors Fest. I'll make sure you'll get one too.
Yeah. Did we already say I'm going to be there? Yes.
Oh yeah. Everybody know. I've been fucking telling everybody I can. And you can say it too.
You're adorable.
I'm so excited. Like I said, because getting Kevin and Reba, that's the one everybody always focuses on. But I'm like, no, I want you guys.
Wait. So we did talk about this. So absolutely, the stars of the show. I mean, I'm not the standout star of the show, but I have to say, you're
on the poster. You're on the poster.
My point was that I don't know. Okay, so Jonathan, I didn't read your book, John.
Not yet.
But I can't wait to.
Yet.
But I don't know if it's ever been like published or acknowledged anywhere that my character actually solved every problem.
Yes. Okay. So as Finn said, Rhonda solves every problem like in the movie.
Yes.
I want anyone that's watched the show before, because I say this actually all the time. It has been acknowledged on my show often.
Okay, good.
Like that whole town would have been eaten and totally fucked if Rhonda wasn't there.
Oh yeah, Earl and
If there's
Val
someone
would have been
if there's
dead,
someone in the
dead.
chat that knows, like, type it in the chat that, like, yes, Levi has said this.
I believe you.
Yes.
But it actually didn't occur to me until I guess the film had come out, and I was like, what was the point of my character exactly? And oh, that's another story I think I told you, that when I auditioned for the part. I was doing a play in San Diego at the Old Globe Theater. This play was, Broadway bound and all that stuff, and it bombed. So we did not take it to Broadway. But so on Mondays, we'd be dark after the matinee on Sunday, and so Mondays I would go from San Diego to LA for auditions, and that's when I auditioned for Tremors.
Oh,
yeah. So I read the script quickly on a Sunday night, take the train the next day into LA, do the audition, and along with maybe 2 other auditions, right? And I'm like, what the hell is this movie? So I auditioned and sort of didn't think about it again. And then I get a call. You got a call back. I'm like, no. I'm not really sure I want to go to that call back. But then my agent at the time was like, yes, you do, Finn. So that whole week, I start studying seismology. I've got books. I'm calling up, what are they called? Seismologists, right?
Yeah.
I'm called this man I spoke with, who was like leading seismologist at the time, and did all this stuff. And I am taking this character so seriously, because if I'm going to go to the callback, everyone knows what a callback is, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so if I'm going to go to the callback, I want to be prepared. And I went in to clear up another story. I went in and just really the seismologist in the desert who's, I'm so serious about the part and everything. And I'm looking under the table to make reference to this. And then I get on top of the table to do the, I can't remember the scene. And I'm just like physically in my role. Completely think the film is serious. My character is serious.
Everything's serious. Everything's serious.
I
got you. I pay attention. I took
it so seriously that I'm actually, trying to pretend like the tabletop was like the side of the the mountain where the thing comes out and well, graboid. I'm not supposed to say graboid, right?
Yeah, you can say graboid. What? That's what they're called.
Okay. I know, but someone told me not to say that.
No, you're not supposed to say tremors, because that everybody always assumes that graboids are called tremors, as that's the like running joke of just the whole series and the fandom and everything. Like,
okay, so I guess I don't get the joke, but anyway,
it's a dumb joke. It's a dumb joke. You're fine.
So anyway, I'm the one who climbed on top of the table. I just wanted to clear that up because there had been some confusion about that.
So I'll say it too, because what it is that Ron tells a story of Michael getting up on the table, and Michael's like, I have no memory of this. This didn't happen. And it's actually, yes. And yeah, here it is. And yes, Juliana in the chat, Ron swore one of the actors jumped up on the table, and Michael says he doesn't remember doing that. And so it's like, no, it's Finn. Finn did it.
I was the person who did that because I was so serious.
It works.
Now fast forward to we're shooting the movie. I'm writing in the what's that thing we wrote in the thing in the back where we
the cat. Yes, the bulldozer. Yeah.
So I'm writing in the front in the cat. I think I was between Fred and Kevin or something.
Yep. She's in between Fred and Kevin. And she's
and we're doing dialogue and everything. And then they cut. And I can't remember whether I turned to Kevin or he turned to me. But one of us said, "Are we in the same movie?" No, seriously, we've been shooting for weeks, maybe even a month, and I still didn't know that my character, I didn't know there was humor in this movie. Up to that point, because Kevin's was really sort of broad acting, and so was Fred in his his subtle way.
Oh yeah,
but it was but anyway, and I just didn't get it. And I sort of feel like the studio didn't either, and that's why the film didn't promote very well.
Well, I would actually, when you first told me this story, it actually if you look at it in terms of comedy, you always need a straight man. Like, you need the straight person to play off
Oh,
of.
right, to play off, right.
And so having Rhonda be fully like a scientist and into her job and everything actually works, because then you got Fred and Kevin over here
doing this other stuff,
being their fucking weirdo, like.
But I didn't have an appreciation for that. What my character did for the movie, right?
Yeah, I think honestly, I would say that you did, in terms of like what you're going for. And as a writer myself, you want the humor of the situation to come out. And I've read Steve and Brent talk about that, where they didn't want the humor of the movie to be like, we're laughing at these people. We're
what? I missed that part.
No, you're fine. We're not laughing at these people. We're with them, and we're laughing with them these moments.
Exactly. I think they achieved that, definitely.
They did. They very well did.
Because even though Kevin and Fred's characters were very big characters, right? And I guess I was the straight man. I don't think there's anyone who can't sort of identify with this sort of like, I'm in this rut. I got to get out of this rut. Okay,
oh yeah,
got to get a plan. We're going to get a plan.
Yeah.
And in life, I mean, in general.
It's really relatable in terms of that.
Yeah,
we got to get to big speed.
This script was genius.
Oh yeah, it really is. Like, I was doing interview prep or whatever, and I was just watching the movie. That was my interview prep, or having it in the background, and just like, I wasn't even watching it, but just hearing the dialogue, and like, this thing moves to the next thing over here, and it flows just absolutely perfect. Like, yes,
it's crazy because like once we were cast and I finished the play in San Diego. Someone have a question?
Oh no! They were actually someone was agreeing the comedy was perfect. That was my pulling that up.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Thank you for agreeing with me.
Yeah, you're fine.
But it was sort of this little gem, right? And I've always thought of it that way. But when we first started, Ron was sort of like the way I was as a director. He was so serious. So we got to Lone Pine, which is where we shot most of the movie. I mean, right outside of Lone Pine.
Yeah. Oh my God, I love this so much. So
you're
fine. You were right outside of Lone Pine.
Yes. Yeah. What do you call? Oh shoot! What are they called? That where you block out almost
storyboarding.
Storyboard. So Ron had storyboarded. I mean, to the period, to the exclamation point, to the whatever. And had it all worked out in some notebook, and we would have these rehearsals. And again, he was like, I was so serious, and we, and none of it ended up being shot that way. None, because it was absolutely impossible. All the stuff we rehearsed.
Oh.
I don't think a single thing. And Ron was so. I'm talking about as a director.
Ron Underwood. I assume everyone knows. I'm hoping.
Right. So. It was absolutely wonderful and charming, so sincere, and I think that's the other element of the movie is like the sincerity. So even with the broad characters, it just seemed like Reba, who was a genius, right?
Reba, who was a genius, right?
She was.
He was.
I mean, there was a lot of genius. Okay, I'm using this word too freely, but genius. But I just mean,
you're a genius. How about that? Now
we'll
you're
screwed. There. Okay. No, but it was wonderful. But Ron as a director was just charming.
It's that sincerity is why I think that it makes it such a good movie. Is that there's a lot of horror comedies that play it too camp, and it is a campy movie. It is cheesy or whatever, but there's a sincerity and a humanity in it that makes it really long lasting. Like,
because if it were only camp, you wouldn't have the sort of the following that it has.
Yeah.
Right. If it was just camp, I feel so guilty right now for not having seen the 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, all the movies. I don't know what direction they went, but if we just talk about Tremors 1, I can't tell you that to this day, even though I don't really look anything like I looked then. Once someone finds out, they could be a 12-year-old. They've seen the movie, and loved it.
Yeah, I show it to my nephews, like from the ages of 5 up. Once they get old enough,
it's not too scary for them.
No,
I wouldn't let my daughters. I wouldn't let them see it until they're quite a bit older.
It is, but in this day and age, I feel like they've seen worse. So it's just like, hey, I'd rather them watch a movie about people overcoming great odds, and it's still
Right.
there are scary moments and
Oh,
stuff.
I just didn't want my daughters to be scared. That's all.
Yeah.
It wasn't. There's nothing else about the movie that I was worried about.
Yeah. Not you and your panties. No, not that at all.
What's that? What?
I said not you and your panties. Not that at all. That's totally fine.
Yeah, that's totally fine. Okay.
Yeah, they see that from mom all the time anyway.
That's the other funny thing. So the panties stuff on my nose. I
oh my God, I love this so much.
So serious but roll. I didn't shave. I didn't shave my
Yes.
legs. I didn't shave under my arms.
Yeah.
Because I'm a seismologist. I'm in the desert. Would I really take the time in the morning to find enough water to shave?
Yeah, I know. Right?
So the close up where I'm being bandaged after the panty scene, right? If you look closely enough, you'll see leg hair.
Yeah. So there's a funny thing I've noticed is there's a 4K, like a 4K quality version that there's a 4K version that came out recently, and that has just been a recent comment of just like, oh my God, she's like got leg hair. I fucking love that because why would she? She's out in the desert wearing her full khakis. Who gives a shit?
No, exactly. It was just like this. I was like, as the character.
Yeah.
Vanity, whatever, all that sort of stuff wasn't really. Yeah, wasn't a priority.
It goes out the window. Here, I wanted to. So on your point, so actually, I have one person here that said I've been watching the movie since I was a year old. And then another one, I love the movie so much. My dad showed it to me when I was 2, and I've loved it to this day.
Oh, I love that.
And then another one, they did a disservice by not having you in more movies. You did amazing.
Okay,
And one last one. It's so nice hearing about actors' experiences. It's especially surreal when it's for my favorite movie. So everybody's loving you right now.
I'm sending love back because it's been a really long time since I've been involved in any of this.
That's where when she's like,
I'm here.
I was perfect time right there. That's where, out of everything that I've done recently, it made me so happy. What you said at the start of like reconnecting you with people, like that was like, oh my God, because it's organizing Tremors Fest or whatever. Like a lot of people like to think like, let's focus on the fans and what do the fans want or whatever. It's like in the end, like we'll be happy like that anybody shows up. We need to focus on you guys getting together and seeing each other. And
I would love
watching
your show, his podcast, where he listens to it. But I would appeal to all of the crew and the cast to sign up, join up, come to Tremors Fest. That'd be so cool.
It's like I said, because it's a family reunion. You haven't seen each other in like 30 plus 20 years.
Yeah. There are there's a lot of casts I haven't seen in over 30 years.
Yeah. I was glad to email Steve, and Steve's excited to see you. And then Robert got back to me, and he's like, "Oh my God, fuck yeah!" Like,
is Robert going?
Oh yeah. Robert's going.
I'm happy.
And then it should be Robert and Steve and Alec and Michael. And I think there's one more. Why am I'm missing somebody? And that's just from Tremors 1.
Mike.
Is Mike. Oh, is Mike going? I know he's not.
I feel like
no.
I think he's not. He wanted to. But I think
I know. I really wanted him.
But maybe we'll find a way for him to come. I'm gonna talk to him.
We'll try. I'll pay for his hotel if that needs to happen.
Okay, love it.
Yeah, but you guys like it goes back to what you were saying earlier about just the like having that fun on the set, and it translates into the movie. It's a great movie too, but then everything else behind it, it wasn't like. I mean, obviously, there's troubles on set. You got day-to-day fucking filming and shit or whatever.
Of course.
But like,
and we had all of those things. I mean, the first or third, I can't remember, day of shooting. We're shooting in the desert. It decides to snow.
Yes.
Right. We were sitting here in the desert, and I don't remember what month we did it. April or May.
June.
June.
May or June.
We started.
In
Lone Pine. Was it June?
May or June.
May. I think May.
Because Steve has his lost tapes.
Snow.
Yeah. No. There's
so we had all those kind of problems. But this is when I want to go one more sort of hello. Alexander Krasinski was okay. Just I don't think Tremors 1. if it had not been for him.
I did send a link to this to Alex, but he didn't get back to me. But I'm like,
yeah,
come on.
I don't think sometimes he's sort of like me. He doesn't, you know.
You got to build that trust and get there on that. I get it.
I don't know. I don't. Maybe it's trust, or maybe it's. Well, for me, it's just that I haven't been doing this stuff for so long. But Alexander was amazing, and so for anyone of you fans, these shots and the beauty and the like, he made sure that I looked good no matter what. Yeah. Even though I'm in the desert and you know, the character's exhausted, we're scared, we're all this stuff, and but he didn't let me look bad ever. But also we get these shots like it's called the golden hour or the golden whatever it's called.
Yes,
like,
yes.
And Alex would we'd be waiting and waiting for those minutes and a half. Amazing beauty.
Yeah.
You know, the where you really don't, it's all natural lighting. You don't need any sort of anything. Oh, but back to Mike Malone. So sometimes we'd be shooting a scene, and Mike and oh shoot, Finn.
I was gonna say you can sit up. You like, let's see you. Like, you got a couch back there.
I know, but I'm like,
you can totally move and get more comfortable. You're fine.
Let me tell you a couple funny stories about Mike Malone, who was the
Mike Malone. Mike has been on the show before, for everybody listening.
Oh, so he has, right? That's right. Yes, just a couple weeks ago.
Yes.
So, two things I remember. I'm not sure if the first memory is accurate because it may not have been him, but because it was, you know, it's a relatively low budget movie, right? Anne, who was our producer, had three. Oh man, I am all over the place, aren't I? Okay, so I had three production companies, and ours was her.
I think she's talking about Gail Ann Hurd.
I'm sorry, Gail Ann Hurd. I'm sorry, Gail Ann Hurd. Sorry, Gail Ann Hurd. So this is her third tier, lowest tiered production company that produced Tremors. Our budget was $9 million, right?
Yeah.
So people weren't just set dressers or just. I mean, other than the actors, everyone in the crew did everything.
Oh yeah.
Right? Because we. So I think it was Mike Malone who ran next to me holding a beadboard. I'm running some scene, and they wanted the lighting to come off my face a certain way, so the camera's either on a dolly or a what do you call it, held, going as I'm either running or I must have been running, and Mike's running along and holding the beadboard to make sure the light hits my face right. But I told you about being in the jacuzzi or whatever every night. So the next day would be kind of rough sometimes.
No.
Anytime you see me running, just know that afterwards, Mike Malone, the set dresser, was picking me up, putting me over his shoulder, and carrying me back to you know, the beginning parts so we could shoot it again.
And that's for any fans listening. So you can actually go to one of Steve Wilson's Lost Tapes videos, and there's actual footage. No,
it's there. I think you told me that.
There is, like, legitimately. I need to clip it out and send it to you, but there is, like, there's this, like, and it's Steve's giving his little, like, commentary over it. It's like, and Finn was just so tired after every take that Mike had to pick her up and carry her to where we were.
That's the beauty of Steve, and Brent, and all of them. They're so innocent. Like, Finn was just too tired. No, there was hungover.
I feel like that was Steve massaging that truth a little bit there. He knew, but he was also like,
right?
Yeah.
Finn's tired.
Finn's tired. But that was how, like, oh my God, that's Mike and that's Finn. And that was really what started me down finding the Mike Malone well. I'm like, oh, okay, I know, like, where to go here for these things.
No, I know it was really great though, right?
Yeah.
You got in touch with a lot of people.
Oh my God, he's cool. I can't wait to have him back on the show. He was just fun to talk movies to in general. Like, he's been all over the place.
Absolutely, and he's worked with so many cool people.
Oh yeah,
he's done a lot since Tremors.
And then here I had one for a movie with low budget. The practical effects were phenomenal, especially the graboid animatronics.
No, okay, so right. Thank you, whoever.
Hunter, that's Hunter. Hunter's got the photos. He'll be there.
Yeah, absolutely. So good for you to mention that, because that was amazing. Because there was, I don't know if there was the new kind of special effects, something GT. Why am I spacing out on everything?
Wait, do you mean the company or the type of effects?
No. The type of now we do especially.
Oh, CGI. I think that's the word. Like that's your.
Wait, computerized generated something.
Yeah, computer generated imagery.
Right, okay, CGI, right. So we didn't have that. Every single thing in the movie, these are, even when I'm running along the thing in the panty scene, there's someone underground making, okay.
Help!
Did you make that?
Yes, I did actually. So we've made a couple of Tremors movies, and so this is our like wraparound one.
I saw one of them. I think that is that. So we must acknowledge, the effort to make the.
It's fun, but like I love practical effects, probably because I can't make the computer generated ones. But like what they did with just hand puppets, I've learned that so much from that book. Is that like a lot of it? There was
not a lot because I'm talking about the actual graboid.
Oh yeah.
Huge, right? I mean, and literally would come out of the ground,
on an elevator, as I've learned.
Yes. Yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah, that's like
you guys know more than I do about the movie. It seems.
That's Finn. I gotta like it's not my technical job, but I've made it my job to know everything as much as I can.
You really do, though. You really do.
While we were there's funny thing at Tremors Fest last year. Like, there's a Q&A after the movies, and I wouldn't be correcting. But like somebody would like be trying to answer something and they wouldn't have like the full thing there, and I was like,
knew it.
It was actually this thing and another, and they're like, what the fuck are you doing? Were you in the movie? I'm like, no, but I try to help. And
so you really know everything. Yes.
I have one question from Jonathan Melville. Hope Finn can talk about her pole vaulting skills.
Okay, come back. Hope Finn can what?
Talk about her pole vaulting skills.
Okay. Phenomenal, right?
That wasn't a stunt person, right? That was all you.
Okay, in all honesty, let me tell you, I wanted to do so many stunts, and for legal reasons, insurance, stuff like that. Lead actors aren't generally, other than Tom Cruise and whatever deal he's got, don't do a lot of dangerous stunts. But I did get to do some of them that were a lot of fun. So the pole vaulting, I did get to run, jump. I mean, get the pole on the ground, start flying, and there was a padding, the way that gymnasts have padding. Right?
Oh yeah.
Just beyond. Have you heard this? Have you heard this before?
No. I meant
you know everything about Tremors? I don't know.
Well, I meant like I pole vaulted since I was a kid, so I get it.
So that was me planting the pole vault, flying up, but. I'm not really sure because I haven't seen the movie that many times, but there must be some cut away or something, because when my character's up mid-air, that is not me.
Yeah.
But then I dive into the truck.
Yep.
Right? So that was me, of course. But I start in the back of the truck and dive through the window and go down.
And it is you in the truck too, because that was the blooper that I shared too. That's you in the truck doing that. I
saw that. I didn't remember. Oh shit! That was scary.
Well, it should be. You're selling it. You're selling the hell out of it. And then Finn, you can actually visit a film-used graboid in Lone Pine. Like, there's one and Finn actually was telling a story. Oh my God, Finn! Tell that story about your daughter, like, happening to be in Lone Pine.
Yeah, right. So my daughter and my ex-husband and I guess that family, we're all driving up to go skiing in Mammoth, California.
Oh, okay.
And when you have to go through Lone Pine and then Bishop, whatever. And so when I had to use the restroom, went into this place, and they're in the restroom, looking up, and that's my mom. Right? so the whole restroom apparently is just covered, or was, in Rhonda
LeBeck.
All these stills from the movie. I don't know. Maybe she was 9 or 10 years old or something. It was really
Mom, this is weird. What is going on?
Totally weird. She only told me that story recently.
Yeah, so that's where I'd love to. I want to take Tremors Fest out to Lone Pine as it properly should go, and like have one out there to get someone like Mike and get the people that are a little closer to LA to be able to make it
together. Wait a second. So didn't they do a thing in Lone Pine?
They did. They did a 30th anniversary
30th, yeah.
in Lone Pine.
In Lone Pine. And I heard it actually went really well.
It did actually. Like there was 100 or 150 people, and they sold it out. And just had a good time, and they even gave tours. Like Ron Underwood and Michael Gross went out and gave tours of like.
Okay, so the only other person who can rival you in terms of Tremors knowledge would be Michael Gross, right?
Maybe, probably. I think I could beat him. I think I could beat him still. I think I could. I don't have enough behind the scenes. He'd know more behind the scenes than I do. I know like partial behind and then in front of the camera. So that's my. It's where my experience ends. But he would. And then I have another one.
In front of the camera, that means that just the film.
Oh yeah. I can recite Tremors to you.
Okay, what's my first line?
Hi, I'm Rhonda. Nice to meet you. Oh no. Hold on. Actually, because I just No. Hi, I'm Rhonda. I'm up here studying oh my god. Studying for the semester. Yeah, geography, geology, actually seismology. There, yes. You two must be Val and Earl. I heard all about you.
I can't believe you. I can't believe this.
We deny everything.
Deny everything. So my first line is
hi. It's. I'm gonna make sure I got this right here. Hi, I'm Rhonda. I'm up here studying for this semester.
Okay, that sounds right. I don't remember exactly about hi, I'm Rhonda. I think that was the first.
It's no. I can do front to back on it, like literally. I need to do a show of it where I actually just.
You should do it backwards.
Oh, I should. I bet I could. Oh shit.
And get some of the people who do the movies you make up it.
Oh man,
you guys could all do the whole backwards.
I actually did a script reading of the original, like Beneath Perfection script,
right?
Like the '89 version. And I did a full script reading of it with your guys' voices and everything.
Our table read.
Yeah, no, I did it. But yeah, but
you
script.
Did it. Okay.
Yeah, but that script that you guys had, that original Beneath Perfection, it wasn't called Tremors, but that Beneath Perfection script. So I could, and I want to give you some love here. So Finn, so nice to meet you. Thank you for helping make Tremors such a perfect and timeless movie. I'd love to see Finn and Kevin return in Tremors 8 with Michael Gross, of course, too.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Everybody loves you.
So,
as a can confirm, so one of my people that watches the show all the time, Thomas, can confirm that I talk about how Rhonda saves the day in that movie all the time. So it did happen.
Yeah, I don't have my glasses on. Was that person's name Zach?
No, it says, well, these are all usernames. I've just learned their names. But that's Zod L. McSpartan. His name is Thomas Cody. He'll be at Tremors Fest too.
Thank you, Thomas. Thank you.
Yeah. And then, hilariously, I'll bring it back up. But Juliana here, Juliana Diaz, is actually she bought the truck from Tremors.
Who did?
Like Juliana, this one right here. She bought.
What did she say, Finn? You can visit a film.
You can visit the Graboid, like the used Graboid in Lone Pine.
Oh, they have it there as a tourist attraction.
Yeah, like actually there. So
what's so crazy, but like that. So we had to, when you do a contract for a movie, or whatever, you do it with the thought of it being successful and all this stuff. And one of the things we had to sort of sign off on, or the agents make a deal about, were things like because they thought they were going to use it at Universal Studios and have a graphic ride,
yeah,
stuff, right? Well, they didn't end up doing that, but so I'm sort of surprised they have the Graboid thing there.
That's like I said.
Wasn't there some fight about not fight? There was some legal.
There is. There's a whole thing. But we're getting close. Right. We're getting close. And I just want to point out, I got two other people here in the chat that I got. Rob Diatierli and Michael O'Haver say what's up. And these guys actually wrote a Tremors comic. Like Michael and Rob and their team. There's so much
stuff I need to see. That is amazing. Yeah.
They will have copies of this at Tremors Fest too. But yeah, there's a whole Tremors comic in here.
Will they be there as well?
Yes, they will be there.
Wait, that's like. Wait, let me see that again. May I see that again?
Oh.
And can you show me a page like?
There we go.
That is so great. Oh my god.
Yeah.
But you need to put on your Burt Gummer, whatever his name is.
Oh, hold on. I got to. I get it. It's always here, ready to go. Listen, Finn.
Seriously?
Listen, Rhonda. I know you're out there, and the Grab Boys are coming for you. You got to get off that alluvial soil. It's a thing. I can't do a good Burt Gummer impression. It's shit. That's an olive. I gotta eat an olive now. Damn it.
Wait. Olive time.
And I also have
Heaven.
I have Fred's hat too.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Now listen, Rhonda, Val and I, we thought you were really cool or whatever. And I know you guys are out here, you're studying seismology. It's pretty awesome. And Val, he thinks you're hot. He won't say it, but he thinks you're pretty hot. Anyway.
That just reminded me. It's the end of the movie. Oh wait, who was that?
Oh no, you're good. Listen, Rhonda, I just had to tell you that I won't kiss you, and I don't know how to make up my mind. I'm in love with Earl, but I'm also in love with you. It's a thing. I'm sorry, baby, but we can be a threesome together. Okay?
Right.
Okay. Sorry.
Actually, there were sort of hints of that, right? which takes us to the end of the movie. In the original script and what we originally shot, my character walks up and says something like,
yeah.
So thanks for
saving my life
and stuff.
Yeah.
And then my character just walks off.
Yeah.
And I walk down, and you watch the shots of me. So someone told you the story already?
No. No, I do know this story, but I don't care. I want to hear it. I want to hear it from you.
Okay, this is what I heard because I wasn't there. But so I started out in a soap opera called As the World Turns.
Mm-hmm.
That
109 episodes of As the World Turns, as I looked it up. Mm-hmm.
I look more like that character today than I do Rhonda. I mean, so in terms of anyway, point is, but my contract ended. As I said, I was doing a play in San Diego, which is a 3-month commitment. But so somewhere late summer, after we ended shooting Tremors, so this is 1990, I got a call.
She got a call from Rhonda?
No.
Oh, no. I'm just trying to vamp. You keep going out, and I'm trying to fill
my
in.
Agent. They want you back on the soap for several days for some flashback stuff or whatever, because I was gone from the soap opera.
Okay.
So I had to work on a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I think, and the following Tuesday. And it was all negotiated, and I'm working, I'm a free agent, whatever. And then another call comes, which is they'd done a test with the movie.
They've done a test
with the movie, with an audience. They have audiences come in. I think maybe they pay them to watch the movie and give responses on.
Oh yeah.
Back then, it would be on paper, right? And it was sort of 90% of the people or something said, "What? That's the ending? Kiss her, kiss her, kiss her." And that so many people had written that. So now I get this call. I've already committed to the next soap opera. It's 3 months after we finished shooting Tremors. And I get this call. They need you back in Lone Pine to reshoot the ending of the movie. So I did my thing on As the World Turns, flew out on a Friday night. And I think we shot either all day Saturday or all day Sunday for me to take a red eye or something back to New York to commit, finish my commitment on As the World Turns. And my job, for those Kevin Bacon fans, my job that day was literally to say, thanks, saved my life and stuff. Walk away and kiss Kevin for 8 hours.
Whew.
Seriously, they shot it from every possible angle. They even had what's the camera called? It goes up on the lift thing.
Crane shot.
Yeah, crane. They had crane shots. We did everything. Me kissing Kevin Bacon. So we'd be kissing all day. I'm like, has the baby come yet? Kiss. How's wait? Oh, I forgot her name. How's your wife doing? He's like, oh, she's okay. She's ready. And we would just be talking about this stuff.
Kira's over there. She's taking pictures of this for later. We're gonna use it. It's a whole thing.
Right. Yeah. How's Kira? She's okay. She's funny. So people were pretty jealous. Yeah, I got pissed all day.
So actually, that leads me to a really good question here. Where was it? I saw it. I wanted to. Where? So, do you think that Val and Rhonda would have stayed together and had kids in a sequel?
I'm sorry. So the question was.
I know. I lost you.
Do you
think Val and Rhonda would have stayed together and had kids in a sequel?
So I think didn't they?
They do.
I mean, ultimately.
But like, what's your opinion on that? Yeah.
Okay, we can keep this light and silly, or like seriously, like.
Okay. So here's because again, I talk about this kind of thing all the time on my show. That if you look at it from a psychological perspective, they're trauma bonded. Like these two go through a really hard situation, and they're trauma bonded.
Right, but that only lasts so long.
Exactly.
Right?
Like it might not be the best way to start a relationship. Right. Like in terms of that.
So seriously, I don't think so. Well, maybe she became impregnated, but that would not have been ultimately the relationship that lasted. I can't see it. Right.
Apparently, Rob.
That was a good insight.
Rob and his crew answer that question in issue 2 of their comic, so that'll be interesting to see.
So what?
That's the writer of the producer of the Tremors comic. We answer that question in issue 2.
Well, tell us, please.
Well, you tell us. Rob? I already ordered the comic. It should have been here by now, Rob. Come on.
I'll order it too. But please tell us. I want to know.
Yeah. But no, like I said, that's my well, and then in terms of the other stuff that's happened, like Kevin Bacon's pilot, the concept is that like Kevin didn't think that he was like good enough for you, like that, like
right. So I can see that, like in terms of the psychological, right? If you're going to talk about trauma bonding, I can see his character really starting to feel inferior intellectually.
Yeah. That's actually so there's a Tremors 2 script that originally had Kevin and Fred as the leads in it. Yeah. And that's what Stephen Brent wrote too, was that like he didn't think that like he could match up to you. And so then he like sabotaged the relationship, and then
that makes sense. So actually, that does make sense, and I'm not going to take it personally.
No.
Because I can't. I mean, where would that go, right? So really, where would that go?
Like, what do they like? Sure, his character goes on an arc of learning to love women that aren't like shallow or whatever, but it's like, at what point here? I don't know. Like, there's a lot to be asked, like psychologically, of just like would that relationship go? Like, I'm not sure.
I never saw the other Tremors. So what did they do in like Tremors 2? Because you're right in terms of like his character and where he would ultimately go. I don't know where they took it.
So I guess there's 2 divergent paths. One that we actually do see is in Tremors 6, that you and him have a kid. Her name is Valerie. Right. She becomes a scientist too. And then she even says that dad's not around a lot. Like, and mom.
Right. So here we have, we got deadbeat dads.
Deadbeat. Yeah, he's just off doing his own thing. But then in the Tremors pilot, which I actually really like, having read the script and knowing everything about it, Valentine gets caught up in the nostalgia of like the graboid attack. That was his one big.
That's it.
I'm a hero and I'm awesome, and that he's trapped in this glory days thing and can't get out of it. And
you want to cry when you're telling it.
That's where it's like, I really love that as a concept of just like, that makes a lot of sense for like what you're doing. And it was a really cool way of, it was a kind of a very meta read on Kevin himself and Kevin's involvement with Tremors, kind of being like, I did that first movie and I want to keep going back to it, but I can't because I need to go forward or whatever. And it's like, it definitely didn't mind taking some punches on.
It definitely. I lost you.
You're fine. It didn't mind taking some punches at Kevin himself, like just kind of like, okay. Like he was very up for taking a character on a ride in a really great dramatic sense. And he does have a daughter in that one too. And then the daughter's actually basically giving him shit for that. Just like, you were never around. My 8th birthday party, we spent like trying to go hunt graboids for your fucking stupid thing that you do. Because he has like a graboid attraction to her thing or whatever. He's just like,
wait, so Val, Val's character.
Yep.
So both characters went with the seminal. That was the seminal moment in their lives, and took it in different directions, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Val did hold on to it too. I mean, that was
in a way. Well, and that's where like, and it even in both instances, Rhonda like uses it as a way of like, you're a scientist and you get to be on the. She literally does what she says at the end of the movie, like, oh, there's going to be all this major research and I'm going to be in on it.
Part of it. Yeah.
And so she gets to do that and go out there and be awesome or whatever. So that's like, I get it. And then I have another great question from John here. So Finn, maybe Finn can suggest a storyline for a Rhonda spin-off comic. Love
you, Jonathan. Yeah, because how would that go?
Yeah, what do you got? I you know what?
Okay, wait. Spin off with Rhonda. Jonathan, maybe we should talk.
I'll give you his email. I know he'd love that. I will definitely give you his email.
That's funny.
I'll give you.
What do you think?
So,
how would that go?
I guess it would be, just to go off of what I said with the research and stuff, that like it would have to be Rhonda going to an isolated location, probably to like study graboids and stuff, and then getting caught up in her own solo adventure. That would be my like. I'd want to make you the Fred and the Kevin of that comic, and like that's your heroic moment, trying to it's not Frankenstein, but what's like just like a scientist getting too caught up in their research and then fucking themselves over.
So Frankenstein was the doctor, right?
That's the doctor, but that's not the right one either. Like I was just trying to like, oh my god, my brain just farted. But just
mine too, because I was thinking like I'm actually thinking literal terms, and I also wasn't thinking in terms of comic book terms. You know, when you ask the question.
Oh, John Hammond from Jurassic Park. That's what I was thinking of.
What? What about
like like the Richard Attenborough character, John Hammond from Jurassic Park. Like you're so focused on like bringing graboid dinosaurs back to life or whatever that you kill people and you fuck things up. That would be my.
That is a good way. That's great. That would be perfect, actually.
Yes. Yee! So Rob, Michael, Finn wants a Tremors comic. I will help write it, and Finn will write it too. We'll write it together.
Okay, I'm in.
I'll do it. I can do it. I've done enough of these already. Let's go.
Yeah, why not?
That's cool. So funny. Oh my god! Now we got off. We went so far off track. I can do this. Bring us back.
Okay, bring us back. Wait, but I have to ask you before you bring us back. What's her name who studied the apes and stuff and in real life?
Jane Goodall.
Yeah, my character. If we took us in literal terms, I could be like a Jane Goodall of graboids.
Ooh, I'm writing this down.
That's I'm still only saying that because Jane Goodall is 80 now, and I'm whatever age I am now. I'm 64. So when I shot the movie, I was 30, right? So I could be the Jane Goodall of graboids.
Ooh, that would be good. Ooh, okay. We've already got a sounds good from Rob and a yes from Hunter, so booyah.
Booyah. I love it.
Awesome. Oh my god. So I don't remember where we got up. Hold on, let me go up through the comments because that probably usually helps me.
Okay.
Everybody loves you. Everybody loves Finn. We were talking about graboids.
This is sweet. I feel like I'm the most boring interview person on earth because I have nothing really.
What? No. Okay. I'm gonna throw you one. All right. Because this has actually been really.
I'm not asking. So that sounded like I'm like say something nice about me to me. I didn't mean that. I'm just a little self-conscious, and I feel like I'm boring as shit.
No, you're fine. Actually, here's another one. Perhaps. Oh, that would be a good plot. Perhaps Rhonda's trying to find out how graboids communicate. That would be a good one.
Ooh, whale sound, something like that. Yeah. Yo, no, I like this. Good.
Steve's talked about it, where they click. They hit their beaks.
More like dolphins.
Like they hit their beaks on rock and they make clicking noise. And we have a right here. This is not boring. This is a great interview. Which
okay, see, this happened. I really thank you. And it does look as if and sound as if I was seeking some affirmations. So, thank you. That's all.
No. So that and it really is like I'm not like I just. I've talked to Finn so many times, and it has been
Shoot.
a joy every single time. Like I not only do I learn so much and laugh, and I feel, and I just like it makes my heart so happy in so many ways. And I'm just
Stop! Now you're gonna make me cry.
no, I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna do it. We're gonna keep. I'm gonna keep hammering this. I'm gonna be like Kevin, just missing that nail, and I'm gonna just keep hammering. But like you deserve this in one of like what I think is a really important way of. I'll repeat it. It's just a really important way to show that we need to respect everybody that's been in a movie. I have this conversation all the time where it's like every single person, like I do point out that it's like, oh, you know, it's you on the poster or whatever, but
right.
There's also all these great people down
there
here.
are always great people, but
You know,
I kind of
like-
want to turn it around a little bit, even though I appreciate what you're saying, and yes, I salute every.
Like Mike, that's where I love
Right,
talking to
which
Mike
had to get rid
Malone.
of.
And
I
it was,
appreciate them all, but I have to say, I don't know how many people are watching or will see this or hear it, but thank you, fans. You know, thank you. I mean, who knew? You know, who knew? 30 years, whatever years later, 34 years later, that we'd still be talking about this movie. And you guys, I mean, it's like when I'm saying you guys, I'm Levi. I'm sort of going through the screen and saying for anyone who's watching, was or was.
Sorry, repeat that last one. I lost.
Well, I
it.
just said whoever is or was a fan of Tremors. I thank you, because
There's
because all of you have given this life, and this life just won't end. You know, we're the ever-ready bunny rabbit of movies.
It just keeps going. We fall down the graboid hole, is what I call it.
Down the graboid hole.
It's not the rabbit hole; it's the
Perfect.
graboid hole. Just keep going and going and going.
And but it can't go. I mean, who makes the hole? I mean, who keeps digging the hole? The fans. So thank you.
And I got to admit, I'll say, well, before I say, is that Rob, the guy that wrote the comic, Finn, I'm looking forward to spending some more time with you at Tremors Fest. So that's.
Go. So you'll be there. I mean.
Oh, yeah, Rob. Yep. Like I said, Rob and Michael. And then Hunter. Hunter will be there, too. This is a great one. I 100% agree. Yes, an autograph is awesome. But when it comes to meeting a celebrity, I always make sure I say hi and start a conversation with them before I ask for a photo and an autograph. Like, that's your, like.
But that is really. That's.
I honestly, I do the same thing too. The only thing I got, like,
okay, yeah, I can sign a picture, but I love meeting people, and
yeah,
I really do remember when I signed a picture with someone I've spoken with more than have your autograph.
Yeah,
so we're on the same page with that one.
And that's where the only thing I ever get autographed is this book, and I make sure because it's a book, and then it's like I love just having everybody's like,
oh, that is so cool.
Little signatures on it and whatever. Like it's a whole.
And these are all people you've actually talked to.
Yeah, and on my point too about like it's about everybody. So my first signature in the book is actually Steve's son, Steve S.S. Wilson's son.
Oh yeah.
Matt Wilson.
Who I saw a picture of recently for some
He's on Facebook and Instagram, but he was just a little 5-year-old kid on the set. And then he was actually in Tremors 3 and in Tremors 4, like actually in the movies themselves or whatever. And
are you regretting this interview? Because like I haven't seen any of these movies.
No, it's
that.
Now we're gonna want to. Like I said, we'll have a showing.
But so I didn't know. I honestly didn't know what Brent and Steve and Ron's relationship was or is with the ongoing Tremors, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? Were they writers on all of them?
They wrote they wrote everything about Tremors up until Tremors 4 and the Tremors TV show, and then they were writing Tremors 5, and they were writing it. Universal was asking for it for like 10 years. Back and forth. They're like, yeah, we want it. No, we don't. Yeah, we want it. No, we don't. Yeah, we want it. No, we don't.
I think I know about this, right? So,
and then the right of first refusal clause expired for them in their contract, which basically said they get to say yes or no. And Universal was like, oh, that's gone. You're out. And kicked them out.
So Universal, but like they bolted.
And they with
the rights too.
With the rights. Like they took the rights and ran with it.
You can't do that though. That's not even legal.
Is
it?
Not yes and no.
So first refusal as an actor just means that, I mean, let's say, because anytime you sign a contract, as I recall, like like the studio, whoever you worked for, owns you for a couple of years. Like they
Yes.
own you through, let's say, 5 movies,
Mhm.
or they own you. So anytime you get another job,
Anytime you give them a job, you have to
go to them first.
Yes. Yes.
May we whoever use Finn for the next 3 months.
Yep.
So, but how does that work? They don't own me
Well,
then
that
forever.
when it came
Like
to
10
the
years later or 20 years later, if I had become a huge successful actress, they couldn't come and say, "But we own you."
I guess they can. That's how that like because well, and this is where I love this as a story, all right? Because this is something that I got to personally do and actually help Tremors with, besides have a podcast, is that when they wrote the idea, when Steve and Brent, because they wrote that script for like fucking like 6 years before you guys ever saw it. And then they shopped it around. Like they shopped it.
Yeah, this is
like
kind of like the Confederacy of Dunces kind of
Yeah.
movie, right?
And,
Like it was forever trying to get it done.
Yes, and they shopped it around everywhere. The only one that took it was Universal. And it was because of Jim Jacks, like a specific producer, Jim Jacks, that was like, yeah, let's do this. That means, so then there's this 35-year copyright loophole clause that because it was their idea and it was their initial everything that they did, they did it with Universal, but they came up with it. Like Universal didn't say, they didn't say, hey, Steve and Brent, make us a movie about underground worms. They were like, they went to everybody, and that just happened to be the one studio. So now they have this chance to renegotiate after 35 years to get the copyright back because it was their idea, like from the start. And then that's to answer your other question.
Okay, so it all comes back to that, right? So copyright belongs then. So isn't it obvious that it should belong to them, to Steve and Brent?
Oh, it is, isn't it? It is, isn't it? I'm just,
Why am I eating olives? Why am I eating olives?
Technically, this counts as an olive question too.
Olive break.
Because I'm talking about Universal.
Olives. Okay, that seems so incredibly unfair and not legal. And that's why I'm not a fan of lawyers.
It's the bareliest amount of legal. So Steve actually tells a really interesting story that when you sign a contract with Universal, this is the exact wording. It's super weird. That we own the rights to anything that you make in perpetuity and throughout the... No. This like in perpetuity and throughout the universe. Like literally saying forever and in forever. Space and in fucking space. You can go to Mars and we still own you.
Oh no, you can go beyond. I mean, infinity, right? So,
yeah.
But they don't. That's not with the actors. That's just with writers.
It very well could be. Oh I mean it. Like if you didn't read it, like
so I've never done this, but like people who go to like science fiction festivals or whatever, weekend, like Comic-Con or whatever. Yeah. I don't know what the sci-fi one would be called, but if I signed an autograph from a still that was shot by a Universal on-set photographer, I would be breaking the law.
God, you asked me that one too recently, and I was just like,
without permission from me.
I think actually what it comes down to, you don't have to worry about the studio; it's the photographer. I think that's
that makes sense because he should have the rights to that and get whatever royalties would be, associated with it. But unfortunately, I lost a lot of things I had, including almost all my Tremors memorabilia. But I had the greatest shots. So, from the set that either my husband, Stephen, took at the time or, a friend used my camera. So I had a bunch of stuff. Don't have it anymore. So I could technically use a picture that I shot.
Yes.
I'm not so much considering this for myself. I'm just thinking the legalities of it.
Well, and I wanted to, I'll say it right here too. There was a guy on your Instagram that I actually know personally, Peter Valderrama, that had said he had tried to reach out to you. You should reach out to him. He's actually...
I didn't know if he was like legit or not. Like,
no, he is. He is. Like, he's actually a really good guy. Like, he represents one of the actors from Tremors 2 as well, Christopher Garten. And Peter's a totally...
did I talk? Oh my God.
He said he did. No, you're fine.
Did I talk to him or text him?
He said email. He said because you had posted about this.
I dropped it.
Probably. Yeah, you had posted about this interview.
I don't know sometimes whether this is
real,
right? or if it's, I mean, I've had some weird things happen in my life acting. So yeah, don't know. And it's been a long time too. So I get
no. I wanted to
paranoid, but just sort of cautious.
Yeah. Well, and since we were on that, I wanted to be like, well, there's things that happen there, and I would love to hook you up with him because I know he would be able to.
So it's cool. So you
like,
endorse Peter, and thank you, and
I'll help out. I'll help out there.
Okay, thanks.
And like they'll have better answers to that question. And if anybody in the comments knows, like, and I would love that. All right, I'm gonna do. Hold on. So Hunter had to leave, but wish I could stay longer. But I gotta go. Finn, it was an honor to meet you, and I'll see you at Tremors Fest. I hope you had a fun time.
Thank you. I can't wait.
Someone had to say, at least it's not the ass blaster hole.
What?
Because of the graboid hole. So there's graboids.
Oh, wait. Okay.
And then
what we were talking about.
Ass blasters. So it's at least it's not the ass blaster hole.
You know what? I just love you, Levi.
Thanks. I love you too. Now I'm gonna cry. I can't do this.
You are the best performer of us all.
Well, that's where I have a long history of being in theater and then drum corps, like we were talking about. So like, I can go.
You still play the trumpet,
the tuba. Yeah, I can do a polka.
Can you really?
I don't have one.
Live near you. We would have so much fun.
Oh, it would be. I can't wait to hang out with you. But then one other person. So this goes back to your idea, the comic idea. Out of nowhere, Rhonda is an activist for keeping graboids alive and not allowing them to go extinct. I like that.
I love this. Wait, that goes. It's so immediate. Right. That's right on.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Yeah, that goes back to the Jane Goodall thing too.
But no, exactly.
Like
so that's I love that. Right.
And then, so and please, you don't got to worry about not having seen the movies. Like you're not the super nerd. That's our job as super.
Okay, that's your job. Right, and my character didn't go on anyway. She's on.
Yeah. Well, we'll get back to that. She could have, but anyway, in the third movie, it actually turns out that the government comes in and says that graboids are an endangered species and you can't kill them anymore. So then, like Burt Gummer goes from trying to murder all graboids to like actually having to like work with them, and there's a really great does
he shift? Does his character shift?
Yeah, and then it goes from like there's an albino graboid that he actually helps keep alive in the town during the TV show, and it's really cool and it's a great it's a very Steve and Brett thing.
It is because it has that again. The maybe that's why I was cast. I don't know, but because there's always, it seems to me from the things you told me and what I've heard. This element of a very serious element, to the or
it's it's a very thought through element because Steve is a huge sci-fi nerd and I am too.
Yeah, I know he is.
That's why I do my great Steve S.S. Wilson impression.
Okay. Oh my God! Wait, I can't wait to see this.
Well, Finn. We have to be able to know the biological concerns of the graboid species.
Exactly.
That's
your best impression, by the way.
I do it. I love doing Steve. I can't do Ron and I can't do Brent, but I love doing Steve.
I'll give you a Ron thing you can work with. Back to him storyboarding, but only back to an hour ago. But him storyboarding and rehearsing and all this stuff. This is Ron's, I think, first.
Yeah, first feature.
Call it feature film. Right?
Yeah, first feature.
He's done children's TV, children's something.
They had made films for libraries, like actual stuff that they sold at libraries and stuff like that.
Right, but it was for a certain age group, right? It was like a younger audience. And so,
yeah. One is a dictionary comes alive. That's what. Yeah.
So, I sort of feel like I'm spoiling movies for people when I tell them the technical side of it, but anyone who's watching this probably already thought about it. So we're doing a lot of shots where, let's say I'm on the water tower, my character, or whatever. We may have shot that outside of the hotel, where I was staying in real life.
Oh.
When you see, I can't remember what scene it was, but wherever, but the times when I was on, not the water tower scenes, maybe others, like, the movie from left to right. So, so let's go to the water tower scene, right? So scenes. So I'm up there, and in real life, Kevin's back at home with Kira, and Fred's playing the guitar back at his house. He rented for the duration of the movie shoot, and I'm up on the water tower, and there's really no cast or anything. It's just me and crew and Ron. And I was supposed to be reacting to these like terrifying monsters, and there Ron would be to me getting up on the table, right? And Ron, he's so cute. Okay, they're getting closer. They're getting close. Okay, Finn, and he's looking up. And he's trying to be both the monster and the director at the same time. Right? So he's doing this stuff, and I'm having the hardest time not laughing. The scene in which I was supposed to be terrified. Oh, yeah. It was so cute. And so you've got to get Ron down because he was so beautiful. Like, okay, you're really scared. You're really scared. No, you're more scared. Right? You start doing.
But for my Ron impression, I always think of him smiling. Like I have this I can't get the words right, but he's always got this great smile of just like. So Finn, we're out here, and and now I'm doing Steve, but it's just this smile. I can't
Yep, no, because he had beautiful teeth.
He still does, and it's just like he's always effusive and smiling.
Effusive, and so supportive. Okay, so I've not progressed much in terms of the questioning, self-esteem stuff. So I was invited to go to the dailies, which is just the raw footage.
Oh,
we shot today. Yeah. So I went. The first time I went, I saw myself, and I wanted to kill myself. I was so horrified by my acting, by how I looked, by everything, and I didn't go to any more dailies after that. Because it was really going to affect how I did anything. Right? I can't be thinking those terms, which is not a great choice as an actor, because it'd be good to, if you're really pursuing your career on camera, to know camera angles, to know what the shot does, to know the lighting and stuff like that. But I was so horrified by myself that I didn't go anymore. And Ron, all three of them, Ron, Steven, and Brent, would be so encouraging and just say, you have no idea how wonderful you are. Or you have no idea, stop doing that. Don't do this to yourself. And even months later, I can't remember if it was all three of them or it was just Ron.
Oof. All three of them are just Ron.
Yeah, I just don't remember who I wish I still had it. A letter. But it was definitely the temperament and the sentiment of all three. But Ron was particularly, well, they all were. I shouldn't put him out, but so encouraging. Yeah. When I was filled with self-doubt, I never imagined I'd be in front of a camera. That wasn't my goal in life. And so they just, and Ron, just kept lifting me up and lifting me up. He's just wonderful,
That's, like you said, that's I can't do the voice, but I just feel that energy from him, just like that.
Yeah, he is. He's so positive, and then. But did he do City Slickers right after Tremors?
Yes, actually, yes.
Yeah, I think that's probably what launched him, right?
Yeah, Jack Palance won an Oscar for City Slickers too.
Right. Something huge. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think that was the second feature, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Like Tremors and City Slickers back to back on that. Yeah. Which is just incredibly impressive. And I love that Ron.
My point, I'm sorry for interrupting. I told you to do it.
Go.
But, I'm so sorry. But I think the reason why they're so wonderfully, because they have been successful. The three of them are so not Hollywood.
That's why I love them. All right. That's I'm not. I wouldn't go so hard for all of this if they were, because it's like oh my God, you guys clearly just want to make movies and have a good time and whatever. And sure, you've got to have some money if you're making a big movie or whatever to do that. But if you didn't have to, because they started out those library features that I was talking about. Yeah. Really super fucking small scale and shit.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That was my point, was that $9 million was Gail Ann Hurd's lowest budget.
Yeah.
What's the name of the corporation?
No Frills.
No Frills. Oh,
yep, No Frills.
You know everything. So No Frills, right? This was, I think Gail Ann Hurd maybe came to the set once or twice.
She says once. She said she was there one day to check up and what it what it is for behind the scenes was that Universal, because it was Ron's first feature, they were like, well, we don't know. So Gail and Nancy Roberts actually brought Gail in.
Nancy, right? Yeah, right.
To be like, hey, can you kind of like help us out here, like in between the studios? And Gail came for like one day, and she's like, saw the dailies, saw that the schedule was on, and it's like, all right, cool, great.
Yeah, I actually don't. I think we were pretty on schedule for for the movie. I mean,
yeah. From what I've read of it, like on budget and on schedule.
Yes, on
like
budget, and in fact, I think the movie got more money post shooting. I mean, because of the fact that they had been on time on schedule. And there was Ron's storyboarding. And back to Alexander. I mean, they just kept getting it done against all odds. Like from snow on the first day to whatever, dust storms and rattlesnakes, whatever it was, we just kept getting it done.
Just keep. That's the.
Sorry.
It comes back. It's a line in the second movie, but it's one that I use literally all the time, and it's said by Burt Gummer, and it's doing what I can with what I got, which is usually just what the fuck do you got there? I got that, and you just
it's like
all together.
Carrying the beadboard or carrying do what you can with what you got. Right?
Yeah,
everyone was doing that.
Even you talk about Fred. I always hear stories of Fred like picking up grip equipment and shit, and just like, what do we need to do? Where am I putting this? What's going on? Like,
I believe it. A lot of sets, if you touch a wire or anything, not allowed to do that. But on this one, it was appreciated.
It's awesome.
But no, that was the point. Was that they're not? I think we're talking about them not being Hollywood.
Yes,
and that's why you like. That's why you have enjoyed
like helping them. Like that's where like I get nothing out of this besides like sheer enjoyment most of the time. But knowing that like that's where the copyright thing. When I first found that out, I was like, oh my god, like these guys got their property taken away from them, and that's
not cool.
And I went like, I don't care. What the fuck am I gonna fucking do about that? And like just went to town on it.
And what happened? Because of your doing that, did anything happen?
That's where I contacted a lawyer, and I was like, I sent him.
Wait, that's right. You told me.
I wrote a whole essay on it, like literally an essay, and I sent it to the lawyer with like sources and everything. And he was like, "Oh, hey, like can you get me
them getting possibly getting their rights back, right?"
So they're going, like I said, and it was only because they did so well, and I do love, and I've loved it since I was a kid. It's just like, no, you guys deserve to be seen more and do more.
Yeah, not fair. That's not fair.
It's the worst sometimes. That's my. I don't need to rant about it.
I wish I did have some clout or something, in that world, because I would be.
I will.
That is
I will.
So incredibly wrong. And also, I should tell you frankly that at the time, I certainly didn't feel like Universal was supporting us. So why are they going to fight now? Well, you think that? Well, Jack, maybe
Jim Jacks.
Jim Jacks.
But he was
one faction, but.
Yeah, like he's a tiny portion of Universal. Like that was
I understand that, but I'm saying and that's probably, I think we had that. Yeah, definitely.
But that was about it. To the point where, from what I know of it, is that Tremors is actually Tremors was filmed as a non-union film. That's why you had to film it as Dead Silence.
Oh, that's right. And that's right. You're right.
Yeah. So that was like
you know a lot of stuff. So that's also why Fred could do things like pick up equipment, and why I will read and watch everything now.
No, you're fine. I'm just like, it's John. John has done so much, and then Steve has a frequently asked questions on the Stampede Entertainment site.
That's
so
great.
I
saw the thing you sent me. One of the clips of him, or you sent me interviews and talking to people and stuff. Wait, there's something I wanted to say. I've forgotten.
Rights, Universal, messed up, non-Hollywood.
Something like. I'd be like, "Fuck you!" No, excuse me. Kidding. Can you edit? That's too late.
No, it's fine. You're fine.
But that is so wrong because I maybe I think you thought I misspoke when I said that I didn't feel like Universal was really supportive.
No, they weren't. I would like Jim Jacks. Like that was where I sectioned it off a little bit, and I say like Jim Jacks as a producer was less Universal's producer. Then he was just like.
But it's the entity that could have launched a lot of people and things.
Yeah.
I didn't feel like. Yeah.
They could.
So why now, 34 years later, you're going to not let these guys have their property?
Nope. And then while putting out more movies, saying that they don't make any money, but then you still make another movie after. And then
Excuse me. Yeah, you want to talk about the money? Yeah,
really, and then I just found out last year that actually two things. Ron doesn't get any residuals from Tremors.
Well, he was like I was. He was. I mean, we were new. No, he wasn't. In the business.
He wasn't in the Directors Guild yet, so he doesn't get any directors like residuals. And then also Steve and Brent. Tremors has apparently never made any money.
Yeah,
like
that's what producers say.
That's what they say, but it's never made any money, and they've never gotten anything.
Okay, just based on my first 3 or 4 years of residuals, they're lying.
Yeah, it's
but now I mean I don't get it. I don't get much. I don't get anything hardly from now. But there is no way that is not possible.
No, it's. And actually, well, there's one thing I found this like a couple months ago. There's a trailer for Tremors 3, like the third Tremors movie that was like made in 2000. And they literally start the trailer by being like, the first Tremors movie made 200% back on its original budget. The second Tremors movie made 300% back on its budget. Now comes Tremors 3.
They say that?
They do in the trailer. And I'm like, excuse me, what the fuck is this? What is this bullshit? Yeah. So like,
okay, so 200% of 9 million. Anyway, I think it finally was probably more like 11 or 12 million, right?
Yeah.
So 200% of that would be.
I'm great at a lot of things.
So that's
math is not it.
That would only be like $30 million or something.
Yeah, but it's still making it. If you look at like it's 10 million was the budget at the end, 10 to 11 million.
Was it? Oh, that's what went.
So like 10. Technically double plus an extra, so like almost triple the budget.
That's okay. So 25.
That's pretty good for that kind of movie. Like that's huge.
Absolutely.
Like that's.
But I'm saying, I'd say they've made more like $100 million.
Oh, I know. Okay, so
I've traveled a lot since then. I've lived in other countries since then. I know the life of the movie from Moscow to Prague, whatever.
Yeah.
And I mean, all over the place. No way. There's no way.
Yeah. Ron talks about it. Ron's been in Japan, and people will come up and be like, "You made Tremors." That was a bad. I do not need to do a Japanese accent. That was almost bad.
Actually,
that was close. But like, yeah, you did Tremors. That's amazing. And he's like, "I'm in fucking Japan. Why are we talking about this right now?"
Yeah, or how, right?
Yeah, and then
I mean, 25 million sounds like a lot of money, or 200% sounds like a lot. But in terms of film making money, that I think that's not true. Number one, because I think it's a lot more than that. I could probably prove it. And
it makes no. Okay. And then last point on this is that when you Google how much money Tremors has like made in its lifetime, it's made half $500 million.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, excuse me.
$500 million.
But so it was 500. Yeah, I believe that 100%.
That I believe, like
but I don't, because all I got was SAG, whatever the SAG minimum in terms of residuals. So I can't remember who my representation was, but I did, so I didn't get any back end stuff like in contracts actors can get money after the fact. Like, so if it's successful, they actually get a percentage of the profits.
Yeah. Like Robert Downey Jr. on the Avengers.
But if the studio is lying about what the profits are, then that means they're going to lie to the actors too, right?
They are probably.
Okay, you shouldn't be talking about this.
It's
right?
fine. Finn, I've already incriminated myself plenty of times by talking about it. Like I go off on this a lot.
Okay, all right, good. But also, I represent nothing in that world anymore. So
no,
I can say what I want.
This is all conjecture. We're making
conjecture.
hypotheses.
I'd say it was based on pretty sound reasoning.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can. So I have one question here. So did the cold and the snow ever bother you?
Okay. Did the cold and the snow
yeah.
And so did it bother me? I was astounded. That's what I was. And yeah, it was bothering me. I was freezing. I think my character, I don't know if I can say this. Can't wait. Come over here, let's whisper.
Fuck yeah! Shit on the biscuit.
Talk about whether I had a bra on or not.
Oh yeah, we've
Right.
talked about
So
this.
that was problematic.
Yeah.
So when it was snowing, yeah. So it would be astonishingly cold sometimes, and bother. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then on occasion it was astonishingly hot. Like one of the or two of the several days on the rock, or the whole cast is on a rock or something.
Oh yeah, at the end, yeah.
And it was hot. I mean, not like today's temperatures. It wasn't like 117, but for what we thought was hot then, it was like 100.
And there's no trees, probably no wind or anything.
No shade.
It's
right.
just sun.
Right. And we were all like, many of us running to the little part where the larger rock mound behind.
Yeah. Oh my god, I love this so much.
And that's where okay, so this how my makeup consisted of. Okay, so every day I had to go in early to get my hair done because my natural color was much lighter than the characters.
Oh.
So they permed and dyed my hair in the same day. Then my hair, as a result, being processed so much in the same day, which was crazy of them to do. Them meaning the studio arranged for my hair to be done in some place, Beverly Hills kind of place. So, kind of the color of these olives. There we go.
We're good. We're good.
Kind of a dog poop green. That's what color my hair turned out, right? Because they permed and dyed it dark in the same day. I won't be eating those olives anytime soon, huh? Okay, so we have this tragedy of hair, and I can't really wear a wig. So I would have to go in. So my preparation for every day to shoot was I had to go in early for them to put a temporary dye in my hair to make it brown and not green, and then that was the process. Took by an hour or something every day. Just because that stupid mistake, perming my hair and me.
Oh,
and then for my makeup, they had a sock, much like your graboid sock.
Oh, yeah.
And the end of the sock, they had just taken the dirt from that desert, the color of that dirt and everything, and put it in the sock, and they would hit my face with it. Lightly. First of all, I love the makeup department. They're telling me, if they're watching or if they hear about this, they say I'm lying, but I'm not. And then we'd have to get dust on my body.
Yeah.
Because how can I be out there and not be? So I don't know if it shows that 4K or whatever you said it was.
It does.
You can see the actual dust because
yeah. Oh yeah.
That was my makeup. So my makeup was mascara, maybe a little eyeliner, probably even my skin tone to some degree, but it was minimal makeup, right? And then I'd be hit with the sock. I never finished the story though. When I going back to when I had to go back and kiss Kevin all day, right?
Yeah.
To reshoot the ending of the movie, but also my hair had changed, things had changed, everything, and that was again tragedy of hair because it was different length, the color, it washed out.
Tragedy of hair.
If you look closely, you can see that I don't look a whole lot like the character looked.
You and Kevin both. Like, if you really look at it, the hair is different, makeup's a little different.
But we both look tired, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think he'd flown out for one day, like I did.
Yeah.
I can't remember. But my hair was the last shots.
Tragedy of hair.
Tragedy of hair. It was like.
So, okay, I just got to say this. Someone in the chat still would winky face. Like for you, you're apparently hot enough. Still would. Rhonda's still hot. That would be mine.
I love you.
I would agree. I can't wait to actually see actually my heart is so joyful getting to see you you look so beautiful. Oh my god!
That's so sweet. And I'm lying, but I'll accept it.
Nope. I don't lie about shit, man. I don't got any reason to.
So, thank you. I can't wait to meet you in live too. But I sort of feel like we know each other pretty well by now.
At this point,
I do know. But could you tell your audience about you?
Oh, I mean, yeah. Oh my god.
I mean, the stuff you do, your acting, your music, your all the stuff you produce, all the the what do you call it? Stuff when people dress up like the movies. What's that called?
Cosplay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's called cosplay.
Yeah.
Yes, cosplay. Yes, you do that majorly.
I did. Last year, it would have been last Halloween. I did a whole episode as Linda from Bob's Burgers because that was that was my wife and I's Halloween costume. I was Linda, and then she was Bob, and then I just did a. Hold on, 1 second. I gotta. It's over.
Yeah, I adore your wife, by the way. Now, I'm just
it's-
having met her and just adore her.
Hold on.
Oh, what are you putting on? Okay, I'm not watching until you tell me.
Oh, you're fine. You can watch. I don't care.
Okay.
It's got to be somewhere. I know it's around here. Hold on. I should have prepped.
Is this
Why
your
didn't I prep?
studio? Where are we?
Damn it. I know it's around here. Damn it. Now I feel really stupid. Here, you talk. Okay, I'm gonna hold on.
What I'm saying is,
Hold on.
if
Tell a great story.
I'm probably totally embarrassed because I keep moving in a frame and stuff.
Pusha, keep talking, Finn. Finn's great, and we love her. Vamp for me.
In Greenville, Mississippi.
Oh,
then
yes.
I went to high school, and what?
Actually, yes, that was one of my first questions. So, like, hold on, I'll read it out. So, how did you get here? What's your life? What's your acting background? What's your childhood?
You need time to get dressed. I'll bore your audience. I was born in Mississippi. Okay, I'm gonna pretend like you're there. I was born in Mississippi. Boarding school. I went to a boarding school in Natick, Massachusetts, which was called Walnut Hill School of Performing Arts, because I danced and wanted to get better instruction, and I was interested in acting. So I went to high school there. Then I moved to New York for a year, where I studied with Alvin Ailey's dance company. Then I went to college. Okay, oh yeah, boring. Wait, Skidmore College.
No, you went. I'm listening. I hear this. Go for it.
Skidmore College in Saratoga Springs, New York, for 1 year. Back then, they had an amazing theater department, and that's why I went there. And an amazing dance department. I studied with Jose Limon and all this stuff. And acting instructors had. I don't know if this means anything to anyone, but he had studied with Grotowski, who I loved as a sort of instructional theater stuff. Anyway, so I went to Skidmore, then I transferred to Tulane University in New Orleans, Louisiana, and then a friend of mine, Philip Vizard, one night at a party my grandmother was throwing, said, "Finn, what are you doing here in New Orleans?" Oh,
sorry, keep going. I didn't mean to distract you. Sorry.
Wait, I just looked at the frame again. You're killing me. You're killing me. Oh my God. You were perfect.
Hi, Finn. I just got to say, me and Bobby were talking, and like we showed Gene and Tina and Louise a movie, and they just loved it. And little Jeannie, he got up on the tables, and he was like, "No, Mom, the Grab Boys are coming for me." And I had to be like, "They're called Tremors. They're called Tremors, sweetie. The worms are called the Tremors, and that's how it is." So tell me about your acting experience. Sorry, I just had
that was great. That was nearly perfect.
Yes. So Greenville, Mississippi. I was listening, right?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Whatever. So I went to college. My friend Philip Vizard said, "Finn, what are you doing here in New Orleans? What do you want to be an actor?" And I'd done a lot of theater in New Orleans. My first professional job was in New Orleans, and I think it was called Contemporary Arts Center, and I did a regional, dinner theater. But Butterflies Are Free. I played the Goldie Hawn character, right, from the movie, but it was a play. Did that, and then my friend Philip said, "But what are you doing here? Why don't you actualize your dreams? Why don't you those were his words. Like, actualize your dreams." And it was on that night when he said that. Oh wait, what am I doing here in New Orleans? And I just went to New York a month later. Okay, so that's my history, right?
And wow.
And I did, that for 2 years I just struggled. Right? I was a waitress. I was a babysitter. I worked for a political consulting firm, and that's when I was working for them when I first. I worked for what's his name? Wait. So Perez, I know what was his name, Perez from Israel. Worked on his campaign. We worked on the Mondale Ferraro campaign. We worked on Hunt in North Carolina, his campaign, like all this major league political stuff. And then, meanwhile, again, I'm taking long lunches to do auditions and all that stuff. And I got cast on a soap opera. So that was 2 years of, I think my first income tax return was like $13,000. Like that's what I made. I was living on crackers.
Wow.
And green leafy vegetables. not lean leafy. No, my grandmother said to me, "You can live off of rice and beans and yes, green leafy vegetables." And I really did. $13,000 in New York City. How did I survive? And then I got the job with a soap opera, and then it was everything kind of changed.
And then it rolled from there.
Yeah.
And I just got to ask too, because I had saw this recently when I saw that your dad passed. Was that he worked with Jimmy Carter, right? Do I have that right?
Yeah.
Yes.
He was this. Well, he so directly.
Wait.
Yes, he was in the administration.
I gotta say bye to John. Sorry, it's been a fantastic conversation. We make a great double act. Catch up with us both soon. But love you, John.
Thank you, John.
But yeah, your dad, like, that was really interesting to find out.
Yeah, so the way that worked was my family owned the newspaper in my hometown, right? And so very progressive, liberal kind of leaning newspaper. I don't want to alienate people with politics, but that's what it was. And so my dad, because my grandfather became ill, so my dad stayed in Mississippi to run the newspaper, but started getting involved in like local politics, then state politics. He was the president in like the New Young Republicans or whatever it was called then, and everything sort of progressed from there. And his interest did too. So he ended up going to, I think, Georgia, to Atlanta at some point to help write for Jimmy Carter.
Oh,
like speeches and stuff. I think that's what he did. Anyway, so then Jimmy Carter was elected and appointed my dad to be Assistant Secretary of State for public affairs. So he's the person who you saw on TV every night. You're not old. Most people aren't old enough, but they're
I have no idea. I have no idea.
You have no idea. So so a bunch of Americans were held hostage in Iran.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was a big deal. It was back in the 70s, like late 70s. And so my dad would be on TV every night reporting to the American public the updates. And the hostages were held for a long time. And there was a failed attempt to rescue them, or a helicopter, I think, crashed or something. And it was just a big, big deal. This is a big international deal. And that's, I think, so my dad became more known on the national stage or international stage.
Wow.
But in real life, he'd been doing all this stuff for a long time. He ended up teaching public policy, all this stuff. Oh my God. Won a bunch of Emmys for a show he did on ethics and journalism. You're yawning. I mean, that's how boring I am.
I love this.
But I thought you were just doing the biggest yawn. Like, okay, Finn.
No, oh God.
But that was that was my dad.
That was like.
Yeah, he was.
I just had to like, oh.
Oh, okay, yeah. So he, so he died. So a year and a half ago.
Yeah, about then, yeah.
Something like that, yeah. That was.
You'd know better than me. I'm sorry, I don't know why I spoke on that.
But yeah, so my dad was he's a pretty amazing guy,
Yeah. Oh.
He was.
Well, damn it, I made Finn cry. So Finn, Finn, our beloved Rhonda, how much are you looking forward to Tremors Fest? That's a question there.
It's a question. Okay, so Finn, our beloved Rhonda, hello.
Oh, and
but I'm totally looking forward to it because I don't know if you've been listening to this whole podcast or whatever, but I haven't been doing anything associated with that or any entertainment stuff for so long. So I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah. And then one person here, you're not boring. I'm trying not to comment too much over here because I'm super excited. So thank you, Juliana.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is it she owns? She owns the what is
she bought the Jeep, like the Jeep that Val and Earl drive. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Julie, does it still run?
No, she's working on it. Like it takes a lot of it's very good. And then another one, Johnny says not boring at all. It's fascinating. Like,
Sweet.
I
would
100% agree with that.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's you asked my dad, and that's who he was, and
well, okay, now I gotta flip it.
And I really was surprised he died so young because my most people in my family live longer.
Yeah.
I'm so sad that he died.
Is your mom still alive? I hate that.
Yes, she is 100%. Not only alive, she's alive. And please God, I hope I have her genes. Her name is Peggy Carter. She kept her last name, even though they divorced. Kept his
Peggy Carter?
Yeah,
from Captain America? Sorry.
Like that, but not her. You don't have the costume, do you?
No, that I don't. Oh, I would love that one. But damn it. Oh, that's cool. But yeah, how's Peggy then? How's Peggy doing?
I didn't tell her to.
Peggy, wherever you're at, you need to be listening to your daughter. She's awesome. Sorry.
Okay, is this like, can people watch this in a...
Oh yeah. You can, once this is done, you can send this to anybody.
Okay, cool. So I'll have my mom actually.
So yeah.
So
hi Peggy.
Hi Peggy. I love her to death, and she's amazingly healthy at 80. What is it? How old am I? I'm 64. Add 24 to that. How old does that make you? 88. She's 88 and can do better than most people do at my age.
What?
Yeah, she's really great. She's in Mississippi still.
Aww.
Yeah.
Oh, so I guess I didn't look it up enough. Are you from Mississippi then? I'm assuming.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, when you went off to get your costume.
Yes.
So I was born in Mississippi. I was raised there until I went off to boarding school at 15, I think I was.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but I consider that's my home. It's my roots.
And Finn, you look good.
Whoever said that, thank you. I didn't put my glasses on. Where are my glasses? I can't read names. Does it say Jareth? Okay, wait. These are my glasses. You're frozen and funniest still.
Uh-oh. Okay, I'm back.
That is so great. Did you see that? You were in this still, like, you were like... Was it who? Oh, it's the wrong glasses.
Oh, hold on. I'll pull it back up. Jareth Rock.
Whose glasses are these? I can't read the name. Does it say Jareth?
Jareth, like David Bowie's Jareth
okay, so
in Labyrinth.
Thank you, Jareth.
Yeah. Hell to the yeah.
I really mean that. It's a heartfelt thank you.
Yeah.
So my hair's
like I said, if you need to get glasses, like I'm totally into it. Like I'm not.
Yeah, I know. I just brought the wrong pair. I don't know whose these are.
Here, go find them. I'll vamp for you for a second.
Because like I wear glasses. These glasses, they don't look like. I mean, they. Oh, I know what these are. These are the ones for screen time, right?
Okay.
What's that say? I really want to get
that Jeep one day. We're talking about the Jeep. I was just pulling up comments.
I don't think she's giving it away. I think she wants.
No, oh no, she wouldn't. I don't blame her. That's.
I mean, I don't think she'd sell it.
Yeah.
I'd love to have that Jeep.
Oh, that's a cool ass vehicle.
It is a cool ass vehicle. So I have a Jeep right now, a Jeep Compass.
Yeah.
Not a cool ass vehicle. Just putting it out there. Don't do it, guys.
Don't do it. That Jeep Compass don't sponsor us. We're not into it.
No, I'm not endorsing that one. So many problems. But I love the truck. I love that truck.
It's iconic in terms of like all you guys are great or whatever, but that Jeep is just it's so cool. I'd love to see it in a Fast and Furious movie. That's always my like crossover, like with the fucking souped up Jeep Gladiator would be really stupid and fun. I don't know why.
Okay, so once upon a time, someone said that they imagined the inside of my brain, and they stood in a door frame and they bounced back and forth like this. I was just imagining being in your brain. Like you go from the Jeep to the where to the where.
This is like what this is all representative of what it is. This is a metaphor.
You and I, we really are kindred spirits here.
And then you can't see it. Like there's posters and stuff, but what it is on most of this wall is people have like drawn and written stuff on it. Like on your wall. Yeah, I have a big.
This is your basement. This is your this is your
attic. This is the upstairs. Yep.
Okay, and this is your studio.
Yeah, and this used to be a bedroom, but then it's really clothes. A lot of clothes right now and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So I just got to do this for you because I fucking love you so much. Finn, you look and sound great. So happy to see you again. Finn.
Hey.
Pull back up.
You know what? I have to say.
Rock our world. Go ahead.
What did you say?
There was another one. Finn, you rock our world.
Back at you. Whoever said that.
Yeah, if you want to go get glasses, go ahead and I can fan.
But I do really want to quickly acknowledge Tony, who just.
Oh, Tony! I'll pull his comment up so that way
because
Tony Giraldes.
He and I, we know each other. We met, but we met through fandom, I think, right? So,
let us know, Tony. Yeah.
I think that's how we met. It's because he followed me on Facebook or something, and we developed this friendship. And there was a period of my life when I was doing a lot of art. Fine art, painting.
Oh, okay.
And so I had. I look back now, and I really shouldn't have done this, but so I was in an art show, I mean, this Tony has like supported me so much. We've had meals together. We've stayed in contact throughout the years. Even when I was sort of disappeared for a while, you know, I come back into the world, and Tony's there, and he's one of the coolest people on earth. So, thank you, Tony. And I don't know how. I can't remember. I think it was through Facebook that we met. And he's a good guy, a really great guy, actually.
Oh, thank you, Tony. I don't know you, but I thank you, Tony.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
I love that so much.
I love it when I meet people. You know, when I meet people that way. You know, which is almost by chance. You know, and then
that's how we met. That's still amazing to me. Just like I happened to find your Twitter because you had several of them, and it was just like.
I know. Well, that's the thing, and I don't even know which ones are me. So I don't know how you found, because I go to look myself up when I left social media for like 5 years or something.
Yeah.
Went back and I couldn't find me, and there were so many me's out there. People can, you know, I guess you can just open a page and call it Finn Carter and grab some photos
and pretend to be Finn Carter.
Yeah.
And Tony says, "Aw, shucks."
Yeah.
So love you, Tony.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you vamp for a second? I have to go to the bathroom really quick.
Me too. I do too.
Okay. Well, you go first.
I'll stay here if you want me to.
Okay. No. I was gonna say don't leave because I got a great portion left here, but I just like
really.
I want to give you all my focus. Ooh. Okay. Ooh. Hold on. Before you go. So okay, I have to just talk about this kid in the first place. I have a question here from Colton Hillier, and I actually met Colton last year at Tremors Fest, and I think he's 8 or 9. Let me know, Derek, in the comments. His family's really cool, and I actually bought tickets for his family to be able to go this year because they were having some trouble. But Colton was this cute little kid that was asking all these great questions during the Q&A.
This is a great question right here.
Yeah, then that's where. So answer this question while I run to the bathroom.
First of all, I don't know if Colton's watching. But
he probably is. He probably is. So Colton, Rhonda LeBeck answers. I'll leave it up so you can see.
Okay,
so there you go.
Back to what drew me to the role of Rhonda.
Yeah.
And I think earlier I talked about that. At first I wasn't drawn to the role at all or to the movie, and then as it progressed, I was like, oh my God, this is a fascinating woman. She's living in the desert. She's studying, you know, so she's learning. She's a seismologist. She's studying the movements, you know, and the what is it called? I can't remember so much, but the way the plates move creates earthquakes and stuff. And she loved her work and she was strong. You know, just everything about her I loved. She was a strong woman. She was a smart woman. I mean, living alone in the desert, doing all that. So I think pretty much everything about her. And also in the fact that she had a real appreciation for, not initially, but a real appreciation for the people around her. But mostly she was just really a smart, independent woman.
That was actually something that was actually something I enjoyed when we were talking, how, you know, the joke about Rhonda, you know, saves the day or whatever, but she's a really, in a world of 90s, 80s horror movies, she's a very competent, well put together woman that's not there to be the sex object or anything like that.
No, exactly. She's sort of the opposite.
She's her own person in a really great way. Yeah. And like that's where we were talking, where it's like, you know, Val and Earl are just bickering like an old married couple all the time. Right. And then here's Rhonda with agency coming in and being like, let's fucking do something.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So Colton, that's really it. I think that it was that. That's what drew me to her.
Oh yeah, that's where that's a great. You know what? And I almost kind of knew what the answer was anyway, so it was a perfect one for me to like go off on. But hey, if you need to go to the bathroom, I'll vamp for a second. So
yeah, vamp away. Okay. Also, if you're ready to wrap me up,
no.
Okay.
No.
Tell me. All right.
No.
So I'll be right back. Okay.
You're fine. Oh my God, no. No. Oh. Does anybody else want Finn to wrap up? No. Hell no.
I'll be right back.
Not a chance.
Okay. Why don't you sing another song?
Ooh, I could. Okay.
Wait. No, I have a question before I go. What is your favorite musical?
Little Shop of Horrors.
Of course. I could have guessed that.
Little Shop of and I actually played Audrey too. That was my first ever theater role with Audrey too.
I guess I could get. Oh wait. Little Shop of Horrors and the other one I get mixed up all the time.
Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Touch me.
Yeah, that's Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Oh,
Little Shop is about the giant plant that eats people.
To eat me.
Yeah. Feed me.
Feed
Can you feed me, Seymour? Feed me all night long. And a lot more. You can do it. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, sing away. Yeah, so I'm so much older than you. Like my favorite musicals are things like Oliver or
okay.
Grease.
Grease. You would have loved Evita. Evita was great last night.
No, first of all, I love the play.
Yeah.
So you, a friend of yours. I have to go to the bathroom, but talk about your friend.
Go. I will. So yeah.
I'll be right back.
We went to go see Evita last night, and I actually had a bunch of friends in it. And there's Hunter with the Feed Me Seymour. And Hunter's back only for a few minutes before I clock in. But Evita was great, and I actually had to go home and research more about Evita because it's a historical show. There was no fiction; it was just a historical show, and that was awesome. And I had there was about 10 people that I actually knew, and I knew the dance choreographer. And then a bunch of the ensemble cast, and then some of the regular characters. I was just Joel and Melissa and Amanda and Tim and Ellie and Sarah and shit. Why am I forgetting somebody? And Becca Newman Johnson actually directed the show, and it was really interesting to hear from her that she directed that show. She was years old, and I was like, that's adorable. I love that so much.
Hey. So speaking of, so I didn't hear anything you said because
you're fine
in the room.
Yeah.
I was thinking about supporting people. I love the arts, even though I was never comfortable in front of a camera. I love the theater. I love it, and that's what I thought I'd be doing. It's what I love. And I was talking about having painted. I was painting for a lot of years, and I haven't really been doing that either. But I always want to acknowledge people, and I hope that you talked about your friend who was in.
I did actually. Yes.
So I was just thinking about. I don't know if you can see it. A painting. I mean, it's a. Actually, it might be a print of a. Anyway, so a friend of mine who's an artist here in Massachusetts named Marie. I don't know if you can see her.
Get closer.
Marina Lizita, and her work is amazing. So I was just going to do a shot. I'm going to do this because I'm.
Do it. No, get up close.
Shamelessly promotional.
Do it.
Well, I don't know if you can see it. Wait a second.
The glares in the. Oh, there you go. Oh, that's cool. Now we can see it. Yeah.
Yeah. Her work can be found, I think, online. So prints and originals.
Say her name again, fully. Just do it again.
Is Marina Lizita, and that's Lisita.
Perfect. Cool.
And she was shown in Italy this summer. I really wanted to go to the art show, but because I was in Spain at the time, but I just didn't make it. I didn't make it over.
It's true. And you always I love supporting artists. Actually, to that point, yes. I have a huge friend of mine that I love that you'll get to meet at Tremors.
Your friend is huge, or
no? I mean, my love for them is huge. And they made what I think is one of my favorite pieces of Tremors fan art.
Let's see it.
And it's this.
I love that. I love that style. I love the technique. I love
yes. That. And what it is that in Tremors 2, the original Tremors 2 script had Fred and Kevin in the movie. And so then this is a drawing of them as if they were in Tremors 2.
Done.
And
but they didn't do that script.
No, they didn't. Kevin.
That's a rendition of Had They.
Had they been in that movie?
The umbrella is my favorite part of this.
Yeah. So so to let you know, in the movie, what happens is that they go graboid hunting. They go down to Mexico and they blow up a bunch of graboids, and they get paid $50,000 a piece to blow up graboids or whatever. And Earl's character, brings an umbrella. So then when they're blowing them up, because when you blow up graboids, there's all that gunk and shit.
That's what I'm seeing. Okay, so because I don't have my glasses on, this looked like a really elaborate sort of Japanese influenced umbrella, right? With my blurry vision.
No, they're little ducks.
But now
they're little ducks.
It's the stuff. It's the what's it called?
The guts, like the graboid guts.
The stuff they toss at you, right?
Yeah. So that's
oh no, it's their guts.
Yeah, like what they tossed at you guys.
They spewed.
No. It's what the when they blew it up
Divert
in
them.
the movie and they're throwing it at you. It's that.
Yes. That is great. Now I can see it more clearly.
Yeah,
I love that. I love that. You love your work.
Yes. This is their name is Ben Sword, and Pangea Starseed is their handle on the internet. But this is like one of my favorite.
I love that.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. 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 I love
I
it.
do too.
And they're the ones too. Just to tell you, they're the ones that are also making the Val and Earl comic with their little side story.
Oh, they're the ones who are doing it.
Yes, that are doing we're producing. I'm helping them produce it, but it's their little Val and Earl side story about what might have happened before all the graboids happened or whatever.
So this would be the build up to when we
a little bit, yep, with a little bit of love, and Brokeback Mountain in it. That's my. I can't wait to read it. It's so true. It's so true. And
it never occurred to me until you said that, and I was like, whoa, yep.
It wasn't me either. Like somebody else said it. I was listening to another podcast. Actually, it was a podcast called Horror Queers, and they look at horror media through like a queer lens. And they were like, whether or not that they're actually gay, it's actually a term that I learned called homosociality, which is basically like
homosociality.
Homosociality, which is like a fancy way of saying bromance that like might lead to more or whatever. And I was like,
could have, might have.
Whoa! Like there's all this subtext, and I was like, "Whoa!"
Wait, what do Brent and Steve say about that?
I need to ask Steve about. That's one that I'm super.
Ask them what they think, because I can't. I don't know them. But we all have our subconscious at work and everything we do, right? So you don't.
You never know. I don't know. Well, and that's where. So. In the original script, how it like ends, and he doesn't kiss her, but it's Val and Earl like riding away, like doing rock paper scissors about like who gets to go talk to you, and then they're fighting over.
I always thought Val was one who had the crush on me. I mean Earl.
Earl. Oh yeah, right. I see a lot of people read that way. Like
and in fact, he and I had. If you look at I haven't seen the movie that many times, so, but my feeling. As I recall, we had more eye exchanges than Kevin's character and I, than Val and I ever did, right?
He saw the merit in you.
Support your homosociality. Sort of,
it's there.
Idea.
Well, and that's my read in the end ends up being like, I don't like, maybe they are like gay or whatever. I would go more bisexual or pan. It's a threesome. It's all three of you guys together.
No, but think about my character who's not in any way. I'm not sort of the epitome of like female, right? So kind of makes sense to me.
There's, like I said, it's not.
I mean, there's a neutrality. No, what do you call it? Androgyny or something.
Yeah.
So
and then there's an extra bit to it too. So in Tremors 2, Fred's love interest basically looks like Kevin in the first movie, like legitimately.
Wait,
like
what? What are we talking about? The film that didn't get made?
No. The one that did get made,
life,
and it's in Helen Shaver. Helen Shaver's character, like she's got a cowboy hat on and the white shirt and the jeans and like the long hair and the blonde hair, and it's just like, do you have a type? Is this like what's like? There's these little like. I'm not, and this is where I would love to ask Steve, because I know his answer would probably be like, we weren't trying to write it that way. However, I can see how that can be easily, like, you can easily read it that way. Like, okay, it's
that's what I'm saying is the subconscious comes out if you're an artist or in expression. It comes out in your food. It comes out in your stuff that you're not aware is there.
Yeah, and it just would be. And to that point, so I'm friends with Matt Wilson, and we're Facebook friends or whatever.
And yes.
And he comments in the Facebook group because what it is there's a lot of contention about this idea. If you bring up this idea that Val and Earl, if they might be gay in certain areas, there's a segment of the fan base that
rejects that and hates that.
And hates it. But then Matt will come in and he'll be like, they're fictional characters. It very well could have been. And like,
right.
And it's like, that's the son of the guy that did it, that's been in it a bunch. And it's, I kind of look at like, if he's coming in and like, hey, they're fictional, maybe they
It
did,
doesn't
maybe they
matter.
didn't. Who cares? Like, it's just fun. Have fun with it. And so that's where I feel like that would be Steve's answer in terms of like.
I think so too. But
maybe.
Yeah, I think so too. I know that there was no overt. There's nothing overt in that what we're talking about.
Oh no.
But if subconsciously or you can read into it that way, and one can. I don't think Steve would have a problem with that.
No, I know that like they're fucking fantastic guys that way. That like
Yeah.
they're actually Steve has written too, where like people ask like, oh, would you like write more minorities or more LGBTQ people into your scripts now? And he's like, I mean, yeah, it's just it wasn't something, in the 90s we were thinking about, but now in this day and age, of course, like why not? Like that's just part of it.
Yeah.
And
but I'm gonna get a little more serious here.
You're fine.
Because I think people are allowed to change and to evolve, and that would be an instance because you look back and look at how white that that cast is or whatever, and pretty much you can say that about a lot of films of that period and stuff. Yeah. But we've evolved since then, so I think it would be impossible to write something now that wasn't inclusive. It wasn't.
It keeps go. So then, no shade on your work in Tremors 1 and Tremors 1, but like Tremors 4 is actually my favorite Tremors movie.
Yeah.
Like legitimately.
Which was done like what 10 years later?
Yes, and it's got a whole Asian family, like technically Chang, Victor Wong's family.
Oh,
it's got his.
I forgot about Victor. Wait, what am I saying?
Oh, you're fine.
We had Victor and also
Victor, Tony Gennaro.
Tony,
Tony Gennaro
was great.
But so that's actually, it. Like,
that is it. They were both great.
Yeah, and they're not written as stereotypes either. So that's always what.
Not too
like
much.
When it comes to that, that's my biggest like. Oh, they're written as people. They're like their ethnicity isn't their defining trait or whatever.
Yeah,
like,
no, actually, I don't even think it's referenced. Is it like?
No, not like I can't.
It's not referenced.
No.
I mean, in any way, you don't say.
Not like I can't even. And actually, I just
the
read.
The shop owner wasn't ever defined by is that person's ethnicity.
No,
right?
I just read something from Steve today that was him talking about how like, they wrote the Chang character. He was originally Vietnamese in the script, but then when Victor Wong came on, they changed him to Chinese to fit the heritage, and he was like, I wrote it that way because at that time there was more people like coming from Asia and like taking these jobs and doing things like this. So it seemed like that was just a natural like, oh, of course, this guy from like Vietnam came here and set up this shop in the middle of the desert and decided to do this. And so then,
it never occurred to me to wonder or ask about, that part of the character and why he had the shop in the desert, right?
So in Tremors 4, you find out that actually his family's been there for a long time. And there's actually, so this is what I love about 4 is there's
so his character was Chinese.
Chinese, yes, they're Chinese.
Yeah.
And
okay, so it wasn't like go ahead.
No, you're fine. They worked on the railroad. That's actually part of what it was in the 4th movie. They worked on the railroad and they wanted a better life, so they came here and started this store. And it's 3 of them. It's the mother and father, and then their son.
And that's in Tremors 4, you said?
In Tremors 4, and then there's an Indian guy named Takopa. That's just really. He's actually the funniest guy
from India.
No. Sorry, Native American. Native American guy. Okay. I gotta get that right. Native American guy named Takopa, funniest guy in the movie. And then there's like, what's the pretty much main character is this Mexican guy named Juan Padilla. And so like,
so cool. So this is how it evolved as we all evolved, right?
Yeah.
It sort of was timely.
It's not
cool.
And in the end, now that I say that, oh my God, it's true. Because then the only 2 white people in the cast are Michael Gross's character and then his love interest, Christine, Sarah Botsford, and then the rest of the cast is all minorities, like ethnic minorities. So that's where it's like.
So think about that. So from 1990 to 2000, right? So 2000 or so was when Tremors 4 was made, right?
2004.
Okay, right. So pick up a newspaper from 1990. Pick up a newspaper from 2004. That's a great reflection of.
Keep
art
it moving.
Does that, by the way? I don't care what anyone says. Tremors is art.
Yeah,
and it's a reflection of our times and everything. That's great.
It kept going, like it evolved. That's where it can't. To go back to the original point here, where it's like art has to live on past the artist, otherwise it's it's not going to do it. Like we all die or whatever.
Absolutely. That's what's so wild and wildly wonderful about this movie is that I haven't been around. I mean, and there were a lot of people who were involved, but it has survived.
Yeah.
That's the test, right? As you're saying, that
it keeps going.
But and it keeps going, and it is a reflection of the times, and that's really honest, right?
Mm-hmm. Ooh, and actually, hold on. Oh my God, I got so caught up in you, I forgot to look at comments. Everybody, oh my God, everybody's loving you. Sorry. Wow. There's Pure Soul. Watch the stream. Wanting more comic books. Sounds badass. Oh my God, everybody's loving you.
I'm so happy about that.
This has been so much fun. Oh my God. And then to each their own, everybody's got their own different interpretations. Oh my God.
No, absolutely. Hey, I wasn't pushing any agenda, by the way.
Oh no.
I never even thought about it in those terms.
But once
now that it's been suggested, I can see
it kind of does that.
But by the way, so whoever made that comment, teach his own. I 100% agree.
Oh no, and Thomas is great.
I really am not trying to.
We're pushing wokeism on this show. We're all about the woke. Get unwoke. I'm sorry. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. I couldn't help myself.
Oh my God. Was that really a boob job?
No, me?
Yeah.
No. I wish. Okay. I know. Thank you for loving me. I appreciate it.
I didn't love you.
No, I'm trans. I've talked about it on the show. I'm happily
this is natural.
No, I wish.
Just from estrogen?
No.
Okay, I don't have to ask anymore. It's not my business.
No, you can come grab them at Tremors Fest. That's
okay.
You can pump it up.
You can try to grab mine, but hard to find.
I'm not doing that. I'm
joking. I was joking. I don't want anyone grabbing my breasts. Okay?
That's where it's like. I mean, it's fine. You can grab mine. I don't have to. It's fine.
Oh my God! I really need to keep my mouth shut. So
no. Oh my God, Finn. No, like I said. So actually, the last episode of the show, there was a point where I was literally just doing boobity 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 boop boobity boobity boop and fucking around with people. So you're absolutely fine. It doesn't matter.
So I
boom boom boom. Boom, boom,
yeah, now you're just showing off.
I am sorry. I'm sorry. But yeah, it goes to how Tremors has evolved and changed, that we have to evolve and change with it or whatever. It's not
right. Or, yeah, who knows? I don't know. It sounds like Cart for the Horse. I mean, that was their script in 2004.
Yeah. Right? And then that's their, moving on, and
onward.
that was incredibly progressive.
About the trans or the LGBTQ or including that in Tremors 7 or wait, what number were we?
Or Tremors whatever, Tremors 8. I don't know.
Okay,
that's
whatever.
where
Right. Good. That was a good question from whoever said it, and it's almost like how could you not? How could one not?
For me, I've always. Sounds super weird. I've always wanted someone with Parkinson's to be in a Tremors movie.
Funny. That's funny.
Because
I don't know if the shaking is themselves or
yes. Well, and then actually, the way I would use it to be serious is that my grandma had Parkinson's, so
I know. Wait, I'm not laughing at that disease.
Oh no!
But come on,
it sounds like a joke at first. That's the concept, right. But it's just having to control it while you have to be still and not saying any or not moving.
Right.
Or anything.
They respond to sound, right?
That. Yeah, that would be the really interesting rules. What?
What would one do?
Yeah, right. If you're trying not to stim
which you can't control,
and you can't that would be horrifying. That's where it's I would do it's not about being a joke
for oneself, but for everyone around them. Right?
Yes. And then, okay, someone said it too, because then
you wonder survival of the fittest. I don't know.
Yeah. So then, Michael J. Fox and Michael Gross together. Now that would be awesome, because that's the J. Fox has the Parkinson's too, or whatever.
Wait, I wonder if Michael J. Fox would do.
It might have been inspired by that, but that's still.
I wonder if Michael J. Fox would do a.
Fuck yeah,
I think he would.
Anybody would.
He totally would. Well written and respectful script.
Yes. That's the key. It's not about you can have humor and
play,
jokes.
Yeah, it's not to laugh at or incorporate
Yes.
that way. But right, what a dilemma. Right?
It would be cool. I think if Michael was there, especially, I think you could get Michael J. Fox. Well, and then Christopher Lloyd was actually in the TV show. Like,
he was?
Yeah.
I thought the TV show wasn't really ever made. I thought
well, there's two. There was one that was made in 2003 that had 13 episodes, and Christopher Lloyd was actually
they ran on.
Yep, that was on Sci-Fi, and Christopher Lloyd was in it for like 4 episodes, like legitimately.
This would have been around 2004, 2005, right?
Yeah, 2003. Yep.
2003. Okay.
Yep. So we've already got Christopher Lloyd in Tremors. We can get Michael J. Fox, Doc and Marty.
How could you not with Michael Gross? I mean, who is Tremors? Right? I mean,
Oh yeah, bring it in.
Anonymous.
Yeah. Oh my God, this is I love you so much, Finn. Okay, so I want to do something. And then this is
okay. Is this a Ouija board? Because I'm not good at that.
No, I need, because I just know, and I wanted to save this, kind of towards whatever, like I wanted to have fun. I need you to tell everyone your story of that arrest that happened.
Oh God, I forgot about that.
Because no.
Story, and I didn't even include that.
Like, that's good, because I'll let everybody know beforehand. When Finn told me this, I actually had my own theories that like this is probably what happened, and then Finn told me, and I was like, yeah, that's what I fucking imagined happened.
I don't remember how much I told you, like the lead up to the actual arrest.
You can tell. Like I said, no, not want. I feel like we all need you to just tell us the
that
truth.
In comments, have they?
No. Well, everybody says you're amazing. That's usually what it is.
So, all right. So this is an unavoidable conversation. If there's any reason to look my name up or anything about me, you Google my name, and I think the first thing comes up is a mugshot. Yeah. So I don't know how honest I need to be for this program, but I went through a really rough period in my life.
Go for it.
Okay. So I should be honest. So the rough part included,
you told me, and I think you can go all the way on it.
Addiction problems. I don't want to get too detailed. So it led me to then know people who I wouldn't ordinarily know or associate with, but on this day in particular, there's some women who were, oh God, I'm gonna be careful. There's women who were moving. They've been evicted. I told you about this, right? Mm-hmm. And so I went to help them move from one house, the one they're being evicted from, to the other. This is in Las Vegas. Dark period of my life to begin with. I shouldn't have even been there. So we're doing this, and they had 2 vehicles that we're using to transport from A to B. No one happened to mention to me that the one I was driving was a stolen vehicle. So I'm arrested.
Oop, she's arrested.
Wait.
Sorry.
Possession of a stolen vehicle.
Yep.
Or driving, whatever the charge was, something like that. Possession or driving a stolen vehicle. So implicit in that is that I stole, and it suggested in that is that I'm the person who stole the vehicle, not only driving it. Mm-hmm. The back of the vehicle now has all these belongings and stuff that don't belong to me. I'm transporting, which included 24 credit cards that belong to other people, not me. Okay. So I was arrested and charged with something like 26 felony counts. This was devastating. Now, so I was arrested. I spent a night in jail. The next day, someone from the police department told Fox News. Now, how could Finn Carter be of interest to anyone in the year, what was it, 2019?
2019? Yeah.
Right. So July. Ooh. And I hadn't been anywhere public in years, right?
Your last movie all of a sudden, was 2005. Your last movie was 2005.
No, so the arrest, right?
No, I know, but like that's 14 years. in between public eye. Yeah.
Right, exactly. Nothing in public. So this is like, so they had the local news for the person who went up before the judge before me, who had just murdered his entire family and children. Okay, that doesn't make the first page of the Las Vegas, whatever, the Journal or whatever the hell it's called. Fox News arrives, a separate camera crew and everything, just to do me. I have no idea. I'm witting. I'm scared. I'm tired. I mean, seeing the mugshot, I'm just like, life is not good.
I've been arrested before. It's always just like, I don't.
Right, you just slept with no pillow, no real. I mean, it's just a horrible. I mean, the whole thing's horrible. So I get up and the judge reads off the counts against me, and I just have to say whatever I say, yes, Your Honor, or something like that.
Yeah.
Then it's like all I said, or do you understand the charges or something? And I just said, yes, Your Honor. This is captured on film. It's written up as a top story in the newspaper the next day, and it's gone on local television, as far as I know. Somehow they got picked up, nationally. And the freaking thing almost went viral. I mean, I think TMZ did a follow-up on it or something. The thing that makes me mad about this. So I spent a year or two. So COVID, all this stuff.
So COVID
delayed things. And so these charges are there hanging over my head. Some beautiful stuff happened. But anyway, my life came back together again. Right. But I've still got these charges. But anyway, so ultimately, I did a plea, or whatever you call it, plea deal, right?
Yeah.
Which admits to driving a stolen vehicle. The 24 credit card things were dropped because I didn't steal them. There was no, and they did due diligence. They went and tracked down each. I had no association with them, so all that stuff was dropped. But the bummer about it is that story doesn't get told. So now you Google my name, you see my mugshot, the charges. And it's just left there in the universe, out there. But in reality, I didn't steal the car. But yes, I was driving it.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, well, that's just the story. It's kind of a boring story, really. I do know I found out who stole that vehicle. That out loud, I would not be alive anymore.
Jesus Christ.
No, I'm seriously, like, that's like how scary that thing was. So for those of you who have vehicles, don't worry, I'm not gonna steal it.
Oh, and here, I'll give you one. Actually, and you know what?
You know what the cop said to me? You mean you didn't ask for registration and proof of insurance? Tell me the first time or last time you drove someone else's car and asked for.
Oh my God, what? What?
No. They said to me like I was like I was the stupidest person on earth.
What?
Like, you didn't ask to see that.
Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. That's
nobody in the history of using other people's cars has been like, hey, can I see your registration and insurance? Nobody has ever done that.
Never. But I heard the two guys who arrested me, who then spent like 6 hours going through the car, like pulling things out and all that stuff. When we finally got to the place where they hold you before you're charged or whatever, and they were literally sort of going, cha-ching, good one, because of all the counts they had. Really, well.
That makes me. I want to give you a couple ones here. All right.
Okay.
So this is actually Juliana. Shame about the deal. The DA sucks. They make your life hell trying to prove your guilt. Her and I actually had talked about exactly like our suspicions about like that not be like it didn't, because it just didn't sound right. Like
you could be arresting me on drug charges during a period of my life, right?
Yeah,
legit. So I mean, like my being arrested, like sort of in the sort of like cosmically or whatever.
That was the weirdest thing to get you for.
Yeah. It was just for the wrong thing.
Yeah.
I did not steal that car.
Yeah. Out of everything I was doing, it wasn't that. Like that.
I know exactly. Like of all the charges. No, unfortunately, I really became addicted, and that just sort of led me in that direction. But I'm grateful that I'm no longer.
Yeah, I have another good one too. We all have a past. It matters how we move forward from the things that we've done.
You're gonna make me cry.
That's not. I didn't say it. That's Thomas. Thomas said that.
I'm saying you to him.
Thomas. And you know, like I said, I'll introduce you to Thomas at Tremors Fest. He's actually the one that made all of these, like all of our little. Our graboids and our shriekers and our ass blasters, and Thomas is a great guy. He's making the trophies for the costume contest too. I fucking love Thomas.
I should put a costume on since I look nothing like that character anymore. Dressed as her to see if I can win the contest.
That would be. It would be like Charlie Chaplin coming in third in a Charlie Chaplin.
No, exactly. Watch me not win it. You know, that reminds me. There was a Mississippi picnic in Central Park every year in New York, and it started out like there was 50 of us, and it grew into this huge thing. But every year, and I really was proud of my homemade crust for my pecan pie. Right, I made the best pecan pie, and year after year. And one year, my mother-in-law, so Stephen Weber's mother, Fran Weber. So I've been working all night, making my pie for the contest, so I've got to win because year after year I didn't win. She goes and buys a pie, like Zabar's or somewhere in New York. Goes with me to the picnic. She gets first place. I'm like, what?
Thomas!
You didn't even, what? You heated it up. Anyway, that would be like me getting third in the Rhonda LeBeck contest. I'm too familiar with that sort of loss.
Ouch. And then Thomas said, dude, I'm probably going to fangirl or just stare at you in disbelief or stumble on my words. So.
How charming are you? Right?
He's cool. And actually, he's dressing up as a couple of different people, too. Well, and wait, she said pecan pie. So we had girl, what kind of pie? Because it matters.
Because it matters?
What kind of pie?
Well, I said pecan pie.
Yeah, pecan. I thought you said that. Yeah.
Pecan. What else could it be?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can have a pecan crust with a pumpkin.
Oh, I see what you're saying. No, it was a regular. It was a regular crust. It wasn't like a nut crust.
Oh, okay.
Just a very. Actually, I should make one. Take it. Well, anyway, I make a really good pecan pie. I'm really proud of it for years.
And you know what?
Defeated by a store-bought apple pie or whatever.
Having made pecan pie is not fucking easy. That's a kind of a pain in the ass pie to make.
It depends on how you like it. Like, you like a lot of that custard, then that's that challenge. Okay. I don't like a lot of the custards. Mine's a little different.
And then they fainted. They fainted from you answering the question. That's a feint in the comment. Feints. Someone they love you.
Wait, so which answer question are you
the answer to the pecan question. They fainted, I'm assuming. That's it.
That's funny.
We all have fun here. And then also on your original story, destruction is a form of creation, which is just really cool.
That is really cool. I have destructed and recreated some. That's cool. Who wrote that anyway?
Oh, hold on. I'll pull it back up. Cody Pratt. And actually, Cody's like a couple miles away from me. He lives near me. So.
Oh, your friend. Okay, cool.
Cody Pratt.
Oh, yeah. Okay, wait. Okay.
Oh, yeah. And
very cool, Cody.
I just got confirmation, too, that Ron will be at Tremors Fest, and he's excited to see you.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't usually look at my phone for these things.
No, I didn't, remember, okay, so I was talking to Levi before the show, and I was, wait, can my phone be on? I'm technically not that advanced.
I got multiple phones.
Technically,
we've been on TikTok live this whole time, just because.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just because. I have it pointed at you just so everybody can see you. Yes. You look great.
Wait, let me fix my hair. So,
God.
Oh my God. I did tell you that my daughter Josephine, I said, what do I do? Where do I put the iPad? She goes, should I shoot from above because I'm old or from below? I can't remember. Just do it straight on, Mom.
Oh, yeah. Well, now my light's off. Oh, now I'm dark. Oh, now my light's on again. Oh, now it's now I'm super bright. Okay. Oh my God.
That's kind of cool.
I hate that. I don't want to see me. I want to see me less. I don't need me.
Okay, so imagine going to dailies and seeing yourself
30
feet big.
I have an interesting thing for me is that, we film our Tremors movies and then I edit them and I can't.
Was that you? No, I didn't see yours. I saw the British people's. Wait.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
I made a 20-minute long one, a 50-minute long one, a 10-minute long one, and
I have so much homework to do. Oh my God.
Watching yourself while you're editing something.
Oh, right. Nightmare.
It's just like
Yeah, exactly.
to the point where it's like now I have a like if we make more I can't be in them or like we gotta kill off my character or something.
Or just get a different editor. Maybe that's better.
That's fine too because it's just like oh my because then especially with it's not just visual but then sound because you got to edit the sound of your own voice too and you're like I fucking hate me. I need this to stop. This is the worst. Please fucking stop. Please fucking stop.
Yes. Hello. This you identify with me and the.
That's me. That's what I sound like. Why didn't anybody tell me I sounded like this?
Hey, but so you know what? What you hear as you. This is some article I read recently.
Yeah.
Isn't actually how I hear you.
Yep. It's totally
that's kind
different.
Of wild, right?
That's also so. Then the other reason that I don't edit this podcast is because I just can't. I just can't. Like I do the.
Yeah.
I cut the beginning and the end so that way like I got a good start and stop and then the rest in the middle I'm just like it's good enough. Pop it and let's go.
So you do. Oh, so you do. We're live right now, right?
We're live. Well, and that's what actually I love doing lives. And I'm talking about like if someone doesn't want to be on a live and I got to do a behind the scenes call, then that's the like I said hard. I call it hard stop, hard ending, and then it's taking.
Wait, you're saying that if they didn't want to be live or I don't understand.
You're my second live guest. Actually, you're my third live guest. I've had 3 live guests.
Okay, who were the first 2?
One was actually Derek Hillier, Colton's dad, that was in the comments with us, and then another guy is a guy from Japan called Ian Ias, and he runs Fermented Cinema, and he was just a couple weeks ago. And otherwise, it's. And now Robert Jane wants to do a live one too. So
he does. He's so funny. He's a really funny guy.
He really is. He's
he's fun. He's interesting. He's funny. He's thoughtful, as in full of thought. You know, and cool guy. He'd be a great guest.
He's kind too. I always point out because everybody hates Melvin in that movie.
His character, right?
It's like not like he's a great actor. He really did a good job making you hate his character. Like that's like
he was a kid when we did that.
Yeah, but like then Robert Jane himself
did a great job.
Yeah, he's just the sweetest, kindest guy.
He really is.
Oh my God, I love him so much.
Yes, I think when we shot Tremors, I don't remember that he and I really spoke much, but when I saw him in Kentucky for the 28th anniversary thing,
yes,
we visited, and I was like, oh my God, what a great person, just a human being, and he's cool. He's cool. I hope that he does come live for you.
Yeah. Well, he'll be at Tremors Fest too. He usually brings his kids.
Oh, that's what you were saying. He's at Tremors Fest.
Okay. Well, he wants to come on the show too. Like he emailed me last night too. Like because I sent everybody that was in Tremors 1 with you. Like I got their emails and I was like, Finn's back. It was literally subject. Finn Carter is back, and then I sent him like the link.
I always feel like I'm climbing out from the graboid hole. Like I've come back to life.
She has returned.
She's returned. Watch out. No, it's good. I hope Robert does do your show.
Oh yeah, I'm super. Honestly, I think you've made it so now everybody's gonna be like, I don't
think I have that kind of influence, but I really do hope that you get as many guests from the show.
We'll see. Well, I think it'll be one of those like, oh shit, we can trust Levi and move on from there. I like that's where.
Oh, I see. Yeah, right.
I try to make an open space. Like this show, I don't care. It's all fuck around and. We got human stories, and like I said, I could tell you some doozies. I could tell you some real doozies. I'm trying to think of one. What's a good one?
I hate being put on the spot like that.
No. I'm trying to think of one that would like have contextual like information for what we're talking about here.
Okay.
Okay. So this is just a really This is what I consider my origin story. And this actually isn't even anything bad on me, but it's just like, ouch.
Your origins, and you mean your thing?
No. My origin story as a person that'll explain to you why I am and I do what I do. So in like second grade, elementary school, we had this project to create Chinese paper dragons. All right.
In elementary school.
Okay. Elementary school art class making
this is like what we call it.
Yeah, like they extend. They got like their little fan or whatever. But
Okay, so you create these dragons.
yeah, out of cardboard, out of the paper colored cardboard or whatever.
Uh,
And I was really super proud of mine because I made mine, as I always say, like extra Chinesey with like little extra like Chinese whiskers and like Chinese dragonsies or whatever. And there was this one kid like before the last class that was like he didn't have a dragon and wasn't doing it and wasn't.
Oh, this is a homework assignment. Like you were
Well,
just
like yes,
working on
in class, like we're working on it in class for art class.
Okay.
And he didn't have one, and the teacher was asking him, and he didn't, and he was one of the popular kids, and was kind of sloughing it off. And I finished mine, and I put it in my little thing, and we leave for the day, and then we come back for the next day to like present it and give it to the teacher, and my dragon's gone, and I'm like, whoa, it was in its bin or whatever where it's at. I'm like 8 years old. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? And so then I told the teacher, and they're like, well, go look around everywhere. And I'm like looking around the room, and what do I find is that this dragon it's sitting in front of him, and he's like pretending to work on it or whatever. And
okay, good.
and he's like, oh yeah, no. And I'm like, oh hey, that's mine. He's like, no, it's not. I've made this. I've been working on it the whole time. And he's sitting at the table with all of his like all the other popular kids or whatever. And they're like, no. Like, Luke's been doing that the whole time. Like, what are you talking about? You're like lying, Levi. Like, that's not like that. You didn't make that. You didn't do that. And I'm like, I obviously did. I also know that you were like, didn't have one last class. So I go tell the teacher. Teacher comes over. And then, of course, all the kids are like, no. Luke's been doing this the whole time. He's been like, Levi's lying.
Popular kid.
And just doing this. And I'm just like, oh my God. Okay. I'm fucked here. Like this is I've lost to the crowd or whatever. And the teacher said, okay, I'm just going to give you like a C. I'm going to give you a C grade. And
so she believes the popular kid.
Believed to him, and then gave me a C grade, and then handed me a book and was like, here's the next assignment. Go sit at another table and like figure out what to do next. And I literally like went to the other table and just cried while I like started on the next assignment. Like, so now that's my origin story in terms of like,
if that's an origin story, what comes from there?
That's where I value honesty first and foremost. I don't trust what the crowd usually goes after. And hard work always wins out, even if you get screwed in the end. I don't know. That's my, like, I'm surprised I got through that without crying.
You're about to make me cry, but I was just about the whole trans thing too. You're unabashedly who you are.
That's also, like I said, I live in the middle of Iowa in a very red,
like amazing to me, like
in a very red state, in a very red area, and that's where being a part of the Tremors fandom, like it gets a little hard sometimes.
Yeah, I bet.
And it's not, and I have to say, it's not the majority of it, but there's a section of the fandom that is.
And they deserve their. I mean, everyone deserves their own beliefs and stuff.
Exactly. For me, it's simply existing shouldn't be a reason for you to like hate somebody.
Right.
So then it's just like, oh, okay. So I like, there's a lot of attack.
You have to navigate that
I just kind of have to like, and because for me, it's like, I like to consider all Tremors fans are Tremors fans. I'm not going to put anybody like, hey,
yeah. I think that's
even if you hate me, like you're still a Tremors fan. I'm not going to stop you on that just as much as anybody. Like that's where I point this out because I love this because this is love. This is art. This is like
it is very cool
in trueness.
It is so broke back,
but it is exactly. So then it's just been hard just navigating that and like I said being fully out and trans and everything and just not wanting to piss people off, but also trying to exist as my best real self that I can.
Yeah,
So that's like that's my origin story. And like, nope, I'm not gonna lie. I don't lie about anything. I got nothing I need to lie about. And
you didn't let that knock you down. So,
yeah.
Okay, here we go. I like. Right.
Oh yeah, and I got that was just an easy pick. Oh man, I can go worse. I have an incredibly fundamentalist, religious family that like actually kicked us out of the family because I stood up for my grandpa. Made my dad cry.
Okay, when you're saying us,
like like me and my wife and my dad got kicked out of like our family that like we've been a part, like obviously been a part of forever. However long you've been a part of family.
It's your family, right?
Because my sister has she has 6 half black children and from 3 different guys. And on the birth of one of them, he was actually born premature. And now I'm getting to the cry point. He was born premature, and we were all super worried. And my dad went to my grandpa and wanted to like talk to him about it and wanted to be concerned. And he was like, "Oh, we just can't care about that. Like Lacey's not married, and like we just don't want to care about that at all." And then my dad came to work crying because we worked together. We worked together for like 15 years, and he came to work crying. And I was like, "What the fuck's going on?" And he told me, and I was like, Grandpa's always been an asshole, but this was like my final straw of just like, how dare you not want a baby to like have a life and live a life and like fuck a bunch of you. And then so
no matter what, right? I mean,
no matter what.
That's a no matter what kind of thing.
No matter what. And I went and I spoke to him, like not yelled, not like argument, but just like wanted to speak to him to be like, you can't do this. This is not cool. And so I have a book here and I'm going to point this out. So the other aspect of that my grandpa and my dad's side of the family was in a horrible fire in the 80s that burned the entire house down. They were at a 4-H meeting. There was like 50 people there for this 4-H meeting, and everybody got burnt. And like
wait, parts of the town? I mean, or, like,
no, just the house. Like they lived out in the country. Like, but the whole house burnt down, everything. So my grandpa, my grandma, my aunts, and my uncles all got severely burnt to the point. This is actually my aunt.
They were wait a second. They were in the house when wait, I want to see the book. Wait.
Oh no.
They were in the house when it was burning.
Like 4-H meeting, like little kids and shit.
I thought they were. See, I thought that they were away from the house at the 4-H meeting.
Nope.
Which means at the house. Now show me the beauty book again. I mean, so it was.
And then this is my aunt.
Beauty from Ashes.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And she's one of the people who was burnt.
And then actually, hold on. I'll. That's the back of the book too. That's what she looked like originally.
Wait. Hold on. I don't.
Get a little closer.
I got my glasses. Hold on.
I'll turn the light.
That's not working. Hold on. I gotta see this. So for you guys, I'm sorry.
No, this is good. This is good context too.
All time, but okay, can you read it to me because I can't see it.
Oh no, I was just saying this is my aunt before the fire, and then this was her afterwards, and that's how young she was.
So she was like 9 or 10 or something.
Yep. And so
on the cover, that's
my aunt.
Drawing?
My aunt Annette. Yep, that's her. She actually ran for Miss Colorado.
After all that burn.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have to have grafts and all that stuff, or did?
Oh, it was horrible. Oh my God, yeah, horrible. I
mean, I know that to this day she can recall that pain.
Yeah.
The pain.
But then, so the reason I bring that up is that, like I said, my grandpa is incredibly burnt, but then it's still incredibly racist. And it was just like, and that was the thing that I was like, how can you do this? How can you be physically scarred like that, but then also be racist? Like, these are not, and then also be very Christian and be very like Jesus is love and all that jazz or whatever. And it's like,
conceptually, none of it makes sense, right?
No. So that's where we literally got kicked out of the family to the point where they actually wanted to, because my grandpa was like patriarch of this whole family, and I was the first person ever to speak back to him. And so
when you spoke back to him, it was that premature baby, your nephew.
Just hey, and also you made my dad cry. Don't ever do that again. And it was just, ooh.
So man. Was the reaction that your grandpa cut everybody off, or was
no? He just cut me and my dad off, and that was like. Yeah. Boom. And my dad's the oldest of 7 children. And then, I'm
so sorry.
And then after that, because my grandma had Parkinson's and they put her in a home, and then she died shortly after. And then they actually tried to ban me from going to the funeral because they thought I was gonna like do something, and it was just like, what the fuck? It's a goddamn
Well,
funeral.
you and I have more in common than you know.
That's where I didn't. I'm so I wanted you to know that like you shared something deeply personal there,
So,
and I'm.
I'll share something deeply personal. I love my father. I loved him. I love him. He was right. I was completely cut from the family too. I was excised or whatever from the will. I was completely cut because of my addiction, you know, and behaviors that came with it. And I finally became, I guess, too much for him. And he just said, I don't want to speak to you ever again. And for, you know, I think for some valid reasons. But yeah.
That explains, because you have really great art. When I was looking at you on Instagram, I really love like the expressionism in your art. And you have one of your dad that was a portrait of him. That like,
yeah, I did it right after he died. Yeah.
Yeah, I could sense like the turmoil in it and everything. It was really.
I didn't finish that portrait, but yeah.
It was well done too. Like it wasn't like angry turmoil. It was just like I could feel that.
Yeah.
Like
no, I mean, it was heartbreaking for me. I mean, not well, yeah, including because of the money, but not just because of the money. But I mean, you know, take someone out of your will is a pretty solid statement. You know, to have your lawyer say she's not allowed in this house. She's not, you know. Now understand, this was an earned thing, I guess, to a certain degree. But what I know from my own recovery and from that community, that the worst thing you can do for a person who's struggling is disconnect.
Yeah.
Because connection is exactly what the person needs. What I needed, whatever. So that doesn't mean give them money, you know, no. But the connection part has to remain because there's so much isolation in addiction, you know, and behaviors we never would consider doing. We would never had crossed my mind anyway. Were behaviors that under the influence and in that turmoil. Speaking of turmoil, you know, I did. So of course, scary for my family, scary for my father. Ultimately, too much for him. But I think he was also advised, and in my opinion, and not just because I was personally hurt. I mean, yes, I was very hurt. I can remain hurt by that. But for anyone out there, if there's still anyone listening to this or watching this,
well, there's like 15 people, actually, like 20 people.
Hanging in there, are you? Well,
no, they're like it's been steady. Like there's been a lot of people. Like you, I have
good.
more people listening to this than they normally listen to me. So thank you.
Well, you're welcome. But anyway, if you have anyone in your family or any of you are struggling, you know. Love doesn't have to end because a person has this disorder, right?
Well, and then, so then on the other side, so like my sister actually got caught up in some sex trafficking or drug trafficking or something, and she took our nephews a couple years ago and just left. Like
this was the one that your grandpa would. How did the child come about?
Oh, Samaje's great. He was the one I was cheering for at football. It's been 8 years now.
So that same sister took some of her children with her.
She took all of her children, and we were all watching it. Like we were all living in the same town underneath the same roof, and we were making an arcade together. Like it was her business plan, and she like got swept up with this guy and got taken away or whatever, and then actually managed to make her way back. And it's to go to what you said. You can't like always be hateful. You have to connect. There has to be that love there that goes. So to isolate people only makes that problem worse.
Yeah,
you've got to
absolutely, because I mean there's so much defeatism anyway in addiction and stuff and isolation, and you know, one more push, a negative push. I mean, like this disconnect can really send a person down.
Like, hug. Like, there are people that are deserving of our, like, not hate, but are like, hey, you can go fuck yourself or whatever. But those are usually people we don't know that are, like politically. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But in our lives or whatever, those are people that, like, because I always get asked, like, how many times do you want to forgive someone? It's like, as long as they're still in my life, I'm going to keep doing it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I agree with that. Like it keeps, because there's one planet. So we've only got one planet so far, and we've mostly probably only got one life to live.
Okay, but
So,
I do believe in a parallel universe, by the way.
well, okay. I mean, there was some definite quotes on that one.
I think the other me is having a lot more
There's
fun.
definitely we can enter other dimensions and bullshit like this.
So anyway, your point was
no, but it's still just we gotta love each other as much as we can. That's where
I agree. Yeah.
And I have to say that's why I'm really glad that you got to come on and tell your story, because why I said earlier that I needed you to tell that. What you said about.
Oh, you did say that. I needed that.
Because I needed you.
Kind of whitewashed version of the addiction thing, but it's what drove me to. There was a lot of it in and out. But yeah.
I got to point out. So okay, this is why I said need. Because as being a part of the Tremors fandom and doing everything that I can for them, there's one thing that just fucking grinds my gear. They can hate trans people and gay people, all that. I just get over it or whatever. There's one thing that just fucking pisses me off, and it's when they go oh, look at this mugshot of Finn Carter. She's so ugly now, and I can't jerk off to her as Rhonda anymore. And I'm like, I hate you. I need you to shut the fuck up. Oh my God. And then also it's it's been 6 years. Shut the fuck up. Do you?
In fairness, I kind of agree. With the.
No. Let me even I said it earlier where it's Kevin Bacon doesn't look like Valentine anymore. It's been 35 years. People age and change and we all look different or whatever. To focus on you and be you fucking Finn is fucking ugly is and then so what I'd love to point out is that your co-star, Charlotte Stewart, who played Nancy.
Oh yeah.
She wrote this book called Little House on the Hollywood Hills. This woman has done more. She's done worse than you have, Finn. And I mean that in a really nice way where it's
and as I said, I whitewashed my story, obviously, and fast forwarded. But she and I talked about this when I saw her at
in Louisville.
Kentucky.
You guys were you were in Kentucky together. Yeah.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Serious? I didn't either.
She had been a serious hippie in the 60s and stuff, and she told me some stories. I was like, whoa, what?
There was one quote in here, there was a line where her boyfriend told her whatever, her lover or whatever at the time was you need to get away from me because if we stay together, we're just gonna kill each other. With our bad tendencies and addiction. We're just two bad people spiraling each other. And I'm and we're somehow focusing on Finn stealing a fucking car. I'm
I didn't steal, by the way.
I know. That's where I'm there's an entire book here of Charlotte Stewart being I have done some shit.
I did do bad things. I want to read this book. I'm
oh, you should. I didn't even know.
When
I'll
did
buy
you
a copy
publish that?
I
can probably get an Audible or something. I can get it online.
Come on.
Or who's the publisher?
2016.
So okay, that's probably why she was speaking so freely about it in 2018, or when I saw her.
And
the book was already out.
There's a chapter 6, Sex, Death, and the Rolling Stones. Chapter 2, Damaged Goods.
Oh yeah.
2 surgeries and 1 kiss, alone but not alone. So my point being that here, and it's that the TMZ-ness of it is it's really easy to focus on you and look at that, but
that's what happens though, right? So there's stories like that, run, right? Wait. Yeah. Right. Well, I don't care if people whatever hate me or
you should. They don't hate you. They're just
or hate the that side of me. There's maybe a lack of understanding about it, but I was gonna say something. The TMZ thing,
Yeah.
They take these stories that have some validity, some some an ounce of truth, but they don't come back and acknowledge the
truth. Yeah.
Truth. Yeah.
That's why I said I needed this. It's no. Yeah. You got to tell your side of the story here.
No, on that particular arrest, in that particular instance, I was as close to 100%, guilt-free as you can be, Other than the fact that I was driving that car, or truck, or Bronco, or something. I can't remember what it was, but again, I should have been arrested for other things. So I guess all works out. In terms of karma, it works out.
That's the irony of it. And then you were telling me a really great story about how that actually just got you to like get more help and get out of that situation.
Well, no. The truth is, okay, I did tell you that. Okay, then we can end because I'm sure this has been enough.
You're you're great. Like I was trying to help you out here, so you're
okay.
all good.
So thank you. So because I was in the newspaper, my older sister, Catherine, and they figured out where I was. Everyone said I was dead or missing or whatever. But they didn't give up, and they were tracking my court case. They would log into the Las Vegas County Court, to see what's going on. When is she, whatever. And so I had an appearance to make. There's no reason to think the person in active addiction is going to show up for a court appearance, right? But so in the 6-month period from when they found out, from because of TMZ and Fox News and all this, because of that, during the 6-month period before I had this appearance in February of, I guess it'd be 2020, right? Of 2020, they spent that whole time, what do you call it? Fundraising.
Oh yeah.
And they reached out, and I think it was 17 people who I've still not formally acknowledged, but anyway, 17 people pitched in money. So and these friends of mine, and a person, a girl I hadn't seen since boarding school. Anyway, I walk into the courthouse. To the court building. Take my shoes off. I'm taking them off. Going through the thing that will go off if you have a gun or something. Metal detector. Get through, and I'm down here putting my shoes back on. And I look up and I see Mary, Enid, Diane. Like what? I think I'm like hallucinating. What? And some man. Anyway, so they raised a great deal of money to send me to an amazing rehab in Pennsylvania called the Karen Foundation. I probably shouldn't talk about this stuff.
That's good. I think anyway, it's actually good promotion. That's actually a good thing to talk about. Yeah,
it is. And probably the most beautiful things that ever happened in my life was the fact that they did this for 6 months, just tracking me and appealing to anyone who ever even met me once. Could you pitch in? Could you pitch in? And they got enough money to pay cash for me to go to rehab, and that's why I'm here today.
That's where
so though I was disinherited and whatever.
No,
there was some love that survived and some hope that survived.
It's friends. Friends are always our greatest. Like that's the best family. Sometimes is our friends.
My older sister was very involved in this too, though.
Oh,
what's
your older sister's name so I can
Catherine.
Be like Catherine? Thank you, Catherine.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, she's always she's amazing. But anyway.
Okay.
But that's why I'm here today, and why if anyone hates me for the mugshot and whatever I look like, and like
I said, they don't hate you. They're just vain and stupid, and I'm just like, I can deal with a lot of stupid Tremors things, but that one just makes me so upset. And it was before I knew you. Like even before I knew you or ever talked to you, it was always just like, what? Why? Who cares? I don't look like I did like 15 years ago. What the fuck? No, who cares?
This is just completely like I'm totally at peace now because of this podcasting with all that. That's okay. But also, my roommate just came back, and I think I must sign off.
Oh well, okay. Hold on. Can I need to go grab one person, real quick.
Okay.
Hold on. Just hold on.
Who is
Caitlin,
that?
Could you come here real quick? I really wanted you to meet my wife. That was my wife. No, she wanted to meet you too. She just got off work. I just saw this, so I had to be
okay.
Yeah. Hey, there she is.
Hey. Caitlin.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Thank you so much. Hi.
Oh my gosh, hi. It's really nice to meet you.
What?
It's really nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you, and you really put me at ease when I was like, I was freaking out. So thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Will I see you at the Tremors Fest?
You sure will.
That is great then.
Yeah.
I look forward to it, Caitlin. Thank you.
Me too.
She's my producer. She's executive producer, Caitlin. So that's where
okay, good. So I'm the worst person on earth. I haven't read anything, watched anything, done anything in terms of Tremors.
That's okay.
I'll try to catch up.
I don't really either. So
I have been dragging her along for like 5 to 10 years now. So you're fine.
But you want to know what's funny? I had never seen Tremors up until like, don't know, how long have I known you? I didn't watch it as a kid. I
Circle
literally
back,
just watched it, and now I feel like I've watched it enough for the rest of my life. But
Yeah, I know exactly. I think I didn't see the whole movie myself until 10 years after it was released.
Sure.
So at the premiere, I walked out. I saw myself on the screen and I went, and I walked out.
Yeah.
And then for some reason, years later, I watched the whole movie.
Yeah, no, I get it.
So we're
I don't
probably
like-
on the same page in terms of how often we've seen it. Or
Yeah.
And thank you, Caitlin.
I don't like seeing myself on screen either.
Yeah.
No.
It's a tough
This is
thing.
kind of freaking me out too.
Oh, I know. That's where it's like, I can't. Oh my God. I don't want to. I'm sorry.
Don't
We're
look
not
at
here.
it. Where's the camera? I would look. Ooh, I found it. Caitlin, it's really lovely to meet you. I can't
You
wait to
as
see you
well.
in 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
fuck
we
yeah.
will. I look forward to it.
Hell yeah.
Me
girl.
too. Okay, is that?
No, well,
I'm
and
gonna
then
sign off.
only last one, because you already talked about you're excited for Tremors Fest.
Absolutely.
Do you got anything you want to say to people? Like,
Well, come. Yeah, come to the Tremors Fest. Watch the movie. But
Watch
I
the
don't know.
movie.
Live your best life. That's what
What?
I say to you.
well, and then of course, thanks. Do you got thanks to give to
Well,
anybody?
dude. Oh wait, I thought I hope that was clearly messaged earlier in our visit. But yeah, thank you. I don't know where the freaking camera is. Thank you.
I wasn't fishing. I was like hoping you'd say other people.
No, I am. I'm so I am.
She'll come back. Hold on.
No.
And several others have kept this movie alive in the lives of you who are watching it or not watching, or those who continue to make Tremors. We know what it is. It's crazy, amazingly successful film.
And someone just said,
Thank you.
I don't know what you're all talking about. You all look hot. Be more confident, all of you. Wow.
Thanks, Derek.
And then also the light always shines wherever the two of you are, and I am thankful for both of your existences. Like that's you and I don't even. Caitlin wasn't here yet for that. That's us.
That's not me. That's you too.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
I'll bring it back up again, and just to repeat it: the light always shines wherever the two of you are, and I am thankful for both of your existences. So
I agree.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
always. And my daddy loved you. There's another one. So everybody's just loving you. Everybody's just loving you so much.
You're the right age group, right?
Yeah.
And I want to thank for you personally, because I know you're not going to do it, but I want to thank your mom Peggy.
Yeah, a very good
Catherine.
memory. Yeah.
And then what was your dad's name?
My dad's name was Hodding.
What?
Hodding. Hodding.
Hodding.
While we're saying things, we can thank my brother Hodding the fourth,
Oh, okay.
sister Margaret.
Okay.
But yeah, Catherine's been like a stalwart support and friend, and it's unbelievable. Yeah.
And thank you, Helen, back there.
Helen and I.
Yeah.
We love you, Helen.
I actually think that Helen has more to do with my everything at this point than anyone else. She's like one of the stable, most organized people I've ever met.
That's important.
Just
That's
the
super
opposite of me.
important.
Yeah, that's important.
Yeah.
And
I can say thanks to a lot of people, but
I know.
definitely at the top of the list.
Yeah. And then I wanted to thank your capitalism hating daughters. That was also my
Yeah.
yes.
I love them. I don't know them, but I already love them.
Totally like.
That was
totally,
just I had to slip it in there.
That's
they keep me
amazing.
thinking, man. Like I wouldn't what? I wouldn't even have. Yeah. So thank you, my daughters, my love.
Thank you. Well, and I'll say last thank you to you, Finn, and then I'll let you have the last word. Just thank you from the bottom of my heart. This has been amazing.
Okay, so
Yeah,
I
give us
can't be original
the
about
last
this.
word. What do you got?
You're so cool. I mean, this whole dynamic is so cool. Thank you, and I can't wait to see you live.
I know. I'm so excited.
Thank you for
too.
listening to you. Yeah, Caitlin, thank you. Goodbye, you guys. How do I get out of here now? I'm just gonna press off.
Oh, I got it.
Okay, bye. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.